alive! Woo! Good job, Sherry. Good job. Hello, fellow miscreants. Being the miscreant you know, you found your way to our overly bright Twitch channel. Now you're here, I guess we better introduce ourselves. We're the Bloodthirsty Puppets. Woohoo! And I am Blood Puppet, and I will kill you where you stand.
I am Corone. Ich bin Garden Center.
Does this sound good?
Exactly, I'm Garden Centre.
Yeah. Much like Je suis la ambulance. Moving on. Oh, who are you playing today?
I am playing Tepid.
Good. Good. Moving on.
And I am a tech puppet. I'll be playing Ennis tonight.
I'm Killer Kitten, and I'll be playing Lola.
Lola.
I am Dev, and I will be playing Gwyn.
Wicked. Right, Thirsty would be here, but since he was disemboweled last week, hey! Our friend survived being disemboweled. He's going to spend some time at home recuperating, so we think that's probably for the best. Other than that, tonight we are going back to the Spice system because we have more than 3 players. Woo! We are going back to the crew of the Danny Boy, so we are playing the Spice system in space because everything's better in space. A couple of rules for chat. Don't be at all about someone's gender. Don't be at all about someone's race. Don't be at all.
Or
And don't be Steve.
Or a teapot named Steve. Either way.
Or a Roger.
Or a Roger. Don't be a Roger. That's probably more crucial than anything else. Okay, so it's been about 3 weeks since we played. Actually played a proper game of this. So we are going to go back to the dice of recapping. I am 1 and Thirsty is 6, who is sitting on my right but not actually here. So let's see who this lands on. I'm actually confused when I actually roll and see what we actually get. We got 5, so that's you. Surprise! You thought you guys had it easy, but no.
So I know we've literally just gone through it behind the scenes, but I don't remember much.
You were like, I'm not recapping, I'm going to forget everything.
Yeah, basically.
Well, surprise,
Would you
motherfuckers.
like a bit of help?
There was some shopping.
Yeah, well that's what I was
There
going to
was
tell you, so
some
help me out.
James.
leaving.
Sneaky.
There was some James.
Sneaky.
A little bit of Helena. A bit of...
Little bit of Malcolm. Is
That one.
that what we're going with?
yeah, and a bit of Arthur and Mac macking, so to speak.
Catherine.
Wow.
And yeah, I believe we're on our way to Dubai.
Yes.
Wow, that is possibly one of the worst recaps ever. That's right
It
up
was
there.
accurate.
That was right up there.
It was accurate.
That's right up there with a Thirsty level recap. That was
There
that was
enough
unique.
information.
That
You need
was
to add in space.
in
Oh,
space.
yeah, in
Duh.
space. There was macking in space.
Okay.
That was travelling.
So you guys are actually you had like 3 weeks rest where you basically did stuff. You upgraded your ship and got weapons. So I think that makes Ennis rather happy. The father accidentally brought a proper telescope rather than an eyeglass, which he was looking for, but it was a steal. Lola and Mac had a lot of time hanging out and getting drunk. Lola also found that James is being a bit shady, but not entirely sure why. Someone that capoeira, they had like the fighting dance, and I can't remember who that was. It was you, yes, because Arthur taught you how to do the fighting dance stuff because you wanted to up your skill with something.
Oh
Yeah.
Grapple.
That's it, yes, that was it. Yes,
Oh, I learned
Arthur
to
taught you how
build
to upgrade your
something, didn't I?
Yes, you also,
Yeah.
Tepid also learned
It's all
actually.
coming back to me now.
Yeah, he got like his first level in crafting or something because he spent some time with Helena. Mac and Arthur, well, Arthur was exceptionally drunk one night while Lola and Mac were at the bar and made a move on Mac and then flitted off into the distance, and you haven't really seen him much since.
And I had to carry Mac home.
He had to carry Mac home. He came home covered in a fruity cocktail, then took all of his clothes off apart from one shoe, his Stetson hat, and had a shower. I vaguely remember that. At the kind of like official meeting dinner that you had with James, who is now Helena's apprentice, the boy, he's giving you a mission. The mission is to go to the Dubai system where you are going to meet an aerialist named Krita. Krita was going to give you a destination / planet, and at that destination you're basically to decimate, destroy desolate, for example, whatever ruins he designates you are going to be doing, and he's going to tell you that when you meet him. He's going to meet you somewhere in the Dubay system. You have to leave behind the crate, which is in your cargo hold, which, as you found out, is the Kuzite power core that you actually rescued or salvaged on your previous mission. That has to be left at site, and he'll probably give you more information on what to do with that. You also found out from James slipping up that it was actually Krita who paid for this job. You're not supposed to know this, but still. And Helena was exceptionally happy that she convinced James he had to go with you. So he's currently now with you. You've actually passed into the Dubay system, and you were accosted by the Cox. There's a random loud explosion. I don't really know what it was.
Carbide phone.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm pretty sure it was someone being shot.
Okay.
We're in that dodgy sort of area. Maybe we should shut the door. Maybe not. Let's wing it. Let's see what happens. Exactly. So yes, you were inspected by the local law enforcement. Basically, they're looking for a terrorist named Krita. Who would guess? But they basically Mac won them over because anyone who's not human actually kind of likes Mac, and they went upon their merry way, and that's where I believe we left it. I think.
Sounds
So-
good to me.
Pretty much what I said, right?
Yes. But with some actual detail to help you remember what the fuck is going on. Something actually useful. Alright, so yes, you guys are now all within your little spaceship. You're within the chum bucket. No, that's wrong ship. You're within
Danny
the
boy.
Danny boy. I'm sorry, it's been a long day.
I was about to say, how the hell did I get here?
That's some next level shit right there,
Can
him.
I have a pencil, please?
No.
Never! What have you got for it?
Oh, get free gas.
Yeah, you're now basically all aboard the the Danny boy, and you're basically just floating about in space. In space. So, does anyone want to catch up, speak to each other, or do anything before plot happens at you?
Hello, everyone.
Where's James?
Whereabouts are we?
James is currently in the cockpit with Ennis.
Are we currently being observed by anyone? Like, have those guys aboard us left us a long way?
Yeah,
away?
they've gone. They've gone.
Okay, is there any nearby, like, asteroids or space debris?
There is like your usual like amount of asteroids or meteors, whatever actually they're officially called or how. There's also the destroyed remains of Imperia, which is the old Nitu space station area, which was huge and gigantic and a big engineering thing. But I'm not sure if your character would know, but it's basically now in pieces.
Okay.
And that's surrounded by some security. And I say some, not a lot.
Are we fairly away, like, off the way?
You're away from the Mes ring. We'll say that you're safely away
Okay.
from the Mes ring.
I'd like to test these weapon systems to make sure they work. So we haven't done test
Okay.
firing yet.
Alright. I don't remember how many missiles
16.
you have, but you have 16.
Yeah.
That's probably more than I should have given you, but okay.
I
We'll roll with it.
just want to I want to find something roughly ship-shaped and fire a rocket at it and see what happens.
Okay. Alright, so you need a gunner. Are you piloting?
I'm piloting, yes.
Okay, in that case we're going to need a pilot and someone to shoot the weapon. So you're going to need someone who wants to step up and be weapons.
What would it count as?
It would count as ship systems, I believe. It's actually written on your
Okay.
ship. It's literally written on your ship. What kind of
I will
system it
do it.
is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I will be moral support.
It should
What?
go.
I will
is
go and
guided.
stab James.
The attack is +3.
Yes, there you go. So whatever you roll will be +3.
But on top of whatever your thing is as well.
It will be on top of ships. So it'll be systems plus whatever your modifier is, which I think is +3 because it's guided. And then basically that's plus nothing unless you have any ranks or skills in
Yeah.
systems.
I've got 4, but I don't know what other people do.
You will be flying the ship.
Exactly, so I can't shoot it. So who's the next best ship already?
I
Tepid.
don't think anyone else actually went into it.
Tepid, do you fancy manning the guns?
Does anyone
I
have
guess
ship
so.
operations?
I have ship operations.
Everyone has it.
Well, everyone has
Yeah.
a
Hey,
little
you
bit.
do, got 3.
We all have
Yeah,
three.
Yeah, everyone has 3 because that comes from your ship.
Okay,
There was no other upgrades. So it'll be 3 + 3 and that's it.
actually got 5 ship operations.
Unless anyone has anything else in actual ship operations.
Fine,
So,
yeah, let's
right.
climb into the gun and seat.
If it might be a bit of a fun time. Yes.
And you get to fire a massive great rocket. So.
I think that'll be fun.
Okay.
All
Pop into
right.
the ballista with you.
Okay. So yeah, your ability to shoot this will be based off of your ship operations, which is systems plus whatever the plus to the weapon is.
6 for you.
Yeah, so make sure you note that down when you do ships. Okay, can I take a piloting check, please?
Yes,
And
you
can someone take a navigation check for me, because you will be finding something appropriate.
Oops.
What did you get?
I've never rolled a bunch.
And you got 2.
All right.
Right, I got 5.
For fuck's sake, boy! Mac just comes on, just bats you out of the way, and literally sits down. Yeah, you can roll for him. You've got his shit.
You rolled so much. I don't like your cursed dice. I'm going to
All right, okay.
Can we just be fighting over the joystick? And the
Yeah.
ship's just spinning in circles.
Yeah, for whatever reason, this has a joystick. You guys are literally fighting over the joysticks. For God's sake, boys, like, get off my phone, like, get off! You're constantly having this little battle over it, and your ship just like careens into like, basically goes from left to right. You guys aren't feeling the sway quite so much because your shaft system is actually pretty good, and you're going from left to right, and you're like, "Argh!" And you basically come within like inches of the ship. I need someone to roll a straight to 12. Over at 7 or above, you hit it.
This is a 20.
Yeah, don't knock our chances. 4d6.
Your fate is in your hand, Killer
Sorry,
King.
how much?
So 7 or above, you hit it.
7 or above. Okay.
And that's 1.
Roll low.
2.
Oh,
Excellent. You just missed, literally by a fag paper. You missed this freaking great thing. A what? A fag paper?
It's a rude thing to put a bit of paper. Whatever you.
I'm sorry, and that's Whisker. I mean, what the fuck? Flies backward.
Anyway, I'm
Moving on before we.
Anyway, I'm going to elbow the old man out the way and get back into piloting seat properly.
Okay, did someone roll navigation?
I did. I
What
got
did you get?
5.
You got a 5 in total.
Yes.
Wow.
Our rolling is top notch today.
You basically see these like things, and you give them the information just in time, like literally like half a second to avoid that. Oh God, this is terrible. Alright, so yes, if you a navigation might want to actually before you roll anything else, do you want to perhaps you want to find the asteroid you're about to shoot before you fly into one.
Well, I'm about to crash into one. That's the target.
Alright, okay, in that case, you go careening. The ship goes you just missed on this momentum. You finally managed to like elbow Mac out the way.
You is gaining on the student, quick!
you careen into it, and you realise that you have maybe 4 seconds before you're going to crash into this thing. It's down to you, Tepe. Can you blow this thing out of the sky?
I'm a bit tired.
What did you get?
It'd be a 7.
What was it before the roll?
It's plus 6.
Roll is a 2.
You get a plus 6.
So it's a 7.
So it's a 7.
You got a 7. Wow. Navigation. Can you help at all? Because you're sending information to his desk.
Maybe.
That's 5 rolls and none of them are above a 3.
An 8.
An 8. Okay. You just about feed him like the actual navigational information to him, and it just pops up on your screen like, ah! And you hit the button, this rocket just flies out from the ship, and it just explodes in front of you, and it makes like a hole just big enough for your ship to go into. And you know that awful feeling when you reverse your car down hour drive, and you feel that as you careen, like it's just that little bit too small.
Some people get that reversing down.
Some people being me, so go fuck yourself. So yeah, you get that kind of awful like crunching, scratching sound as you make it your way through this, and you come out the other side. You managed to make almost a perfect little hole because you were so close. It was just big enough to get your ship
That was
through.
good shooting, Tevin. Now we put these systems through a test. Back to the mission at hand.
Wow.
Why don't we try
Okay.
something difficult next time?
Right. That's amazing. Okay.
Tempted to go get my dice.
So what are you guys doing now, other than blowing holes in random asteroids
Well,
or
I'm going to
meteors?
go change my trousers, and then I'm going to do my piloting position.
Okay, you put it on autopilot and you go change your trousers. So that's what Ennis is doing. What are you guys up to? Are you guys okay? So what are you guys on the whole up to? Are you actually just hanging about, waiting? Is anyone gonna check the communications to see if anyone's actually trying to call you?
I'm going to put on DJ Moon on the radio.
Damn.
I'm going to go and try and silently stab James.
Okay, we'll deal with that first because that gives me more time to think about what DJ Moon is going to
I
say.
was actually going to talk to Quinn about that as well.
Okay, so you're going to try and stab him.
Yes.
Okay, you're going to try and... I'm not going to point out anything. Alright, I need you to take a sneak check for me. Stealth, or whatever you've called it in here. Sneak.
Skullduggery.
Skullduggery.
No, it's Sneak.
It's Sneak, yeah.
Needs to be renamed.
No, because that includes things like stealing and...
11.
11. Okay.
Right.
This is for you to get behind. Are you getting behind him? Are you sneaking up to the side of him? Are you waiting until he's looking in the other direction? Like, hey, I'm looking over here for a distraction. Or what you...
I'm going to wait till he's looking in the other direction and I'm going to sneak up behind him.
Okay. Alright. You do. He does not spot you in the slightest, madam. So yeah, he basically looks around and he watches Ennis leave and like, fair enough. And he runs his hand through his hair and you take that opportune moment as he's doing that, the sound of the hair swishing back, you take the steps and you're standing right behind him. What are you doing?
Do I... Cucumber.
Oh, cucumber. It's up
What?
to you.
No one else is here. It's just you and him. Let's face it, it's you and him in the cockpit with DJ Moon going off.
No, I'm not going to even bother looking, so I won't expect it happening anyway.
No.
Cool. Well, she hates him, so she's going to go and try and stab him.
Okay.
The unicorn.
You can attempt to stab him with unicorn should you wish.
Maybe that.
So,
What'd you get?
Rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Uh-huh. But what did you get?
4.
4. Okay. You go to stab him and he's like and he leans forward and you're like it goes into midair and he looks back and he grabs your arm. So let's go for grapples.
Yep.
Alright. Now I need to make up some stats for James. I'm not going to use Helena's because Helena is physically gint.
This guy has no balls. Surely that like affects him.
Did you not see this
6.
coming?
He belialing how like awful you dislike him, how slimy little bastard he is, he grabs hold of your wrist and he flips you forward and you go back first onto the deck and he twists your arm so painfully he takes the knife out.
Ow.
What the fuck, little lady? What the fuck?
It's initiation.
To stab a guy.
I'm not actually going to stab you.
Take a deception check for me. Manipulate charisma.
Manipulate charisma.
Yeah, you have a +1 because he's human.
Cucumber, can I actually hear this?
Yes.
8.
He did say this loud enough for you guys to hear him.
8.
No. You were actually trying to fucking kill me.
No, I wasn't.
What the hell is wrong with you? I'm just here on orders, the same as the rest of you, and I'm just doing my bit, alright? I've gotten over the fact you kicked me in the balls. Do you know what? Granted, I probably deserve that. But seriously, what the hell?
What exactly is going on in here?
This little thing, she's still laying on her back by the way, she hasn't gone up yet.
I'll get up.
This little thing tried to stab me with this. What the hell?
Bit extreme at the moment, don't you think?
Maybe. I'm sorry.
I'm going to walk back into the room at this point, having changed my dress. And be like, whoa.
Yeah, the tension is quite palpable. He's quite pissed
I
off.
assume James is just standing with a dagger.
He's holding the knife. He's not holding it in any like aggressive way. He's just holding it.
Okay. Right, let's
So
put
about you
down
and me.
the weapon, shall we?
You just stay away from me. I'm gonna do my job. You do your job. How about you act like a fucking professional? And he
Sounds good.
chucks the knife at you.
She catches it.
Or does she?
Or does she? Take a dexterity check. I wasn't going to do that until then, but yeah, fuck it.
You. 6.
Yeah, you catch it. It's a bit of a fumble, but you make it look good. You're like, whoa! But you managed to like, whoa. Sorry, that's what I meant. Alright, okay. You don't manage to kill James.
Damn.
Excellent. He gets to live another day. Alright, so you Ennis walks back in having changed his trousers, seeing this very awkward scene, and you're turning on DJ Moon.
I think everyone needs a chill out session, so hopefully DJ Moon's got something relaxing to come.
Feel like heavy drum and bass.
Can I do a quick check? Where is everyone? You're no longer in the cockpit, you've walked out.
Oh,
James
yeah.
is in the cockpit,
I'm
you're in
now-
the
I'm now in
cockpit.
the pilot seat.
Are you in the cockpit? Anyone else? Are
I'm
you?
in the cockpit.
Okay, alright.
I've decided to go and chill out in the father's temple.
In the chapel. Excellent.
I
The
wish
chapel
it
is
was
always a good
temple.
place to chill. Oh man.
There is also now the seat in the gunning
She's good.
blister.
Skirt.
Where?
This is amazing.
The big gunning blister on top.
Yeah, I
Alright,
don't want to be in charge of it.
all you're really hearing right now is just like the bassiest dubstep you've ever heard. It's making your ship shake.
I'm going to start like sitting my head back and
Exactly, that kind of bullshit. Everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. Is that proper deep, bassy dubstep bullshit going on? You're not sure whether it's a pre-recorded just beatbox session or whether he's doing it on the fly. You're not entirely sure.
I think that's a clip, like 3 of us just doing dubstep.
That's fantastic. All right, That's all you're hearing from DJ Moon right now.
I'm going to send through a request for a song.
You're not sure how to get hold of him.
Can I just, like,
He doesn't
broad-
have like a 0800 call me now. He's pirate radio,
Can I
so to
just do
speak.
like a, yeah, that's probably not
We're on the
good.
way to the.
I'll send an open
terrorist
signal
act and
broadcast
you're
like,
"Oh,
play this next!
Alright, is anyone looking at navigations, communications, or are you literally just
still.
hanging around doing shit?
No,
I'm
we've gone
navigation.
through the med ring, haven't we?
Yes, you're through the mess ring, you're
Yeah.
past security, so to speak.
So
You're in
we're-
like a dead
yeah,
area
so,
space.
So we're waiting for an incoming communication, so someone
Yeah.
should be on the call.
Well, I'm at navigations, so.
Well, Father, do you fancy checking the tunes on the frequencies?
I beg your pardon.
I don't understand this kid
Just
lingo.
point towards the comms.
I'm going to switch the comms on.
Okay, can I have Nav and Com please both take checks for me, please?
I'm not rolling well. 5.
What?
Plus your systems, which is 3.
9.
Okay, so you got navigations?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, on navigations you are aware of jack shit. Communications you got a 9, right?
Yep.
You hear very, very faintly, kind of like a distress call. And you're aware it's distress call, it's coming across that kind of like distress, it's very fading in and out, it's not quite there, it kind of is. But it is using the preemptive 42 Kappa. It is using that signal, but it's definitely a help, fuck, help, kind of like, but it's coming on and a lot of clicks and whistles, like.
I'm gonna try and get a reply back to them.
Beatbox to it.
What are you gonna say?
Hello. Are you there?
The communication, it doesn't exactly clear up, and it's very broken. But I'm not gonna do broken speech because it's a pain in my ass.
Mm-hmm.
So a voice comes through and it says, "Help."
Where are you?
I am at Impera.
Here. Wait a moment, I'm writing it down.
I'm gonna leave it. Isn't that quite a big place?
Take
Any
a knowledge
more-
check for me.
Good job,
You can
okay.
both take knowledge checks for me.
Ooh.
Okay, these dice are cursed.
Which ones are you using?
The red ones.
Yeah, the cursed.
Yeah, they are. really are.
14.
Holy crap! What did you get?
Is it systems?
No,
No,
knowledge.
sorry.
Your systems wouldn't
6.
contain information on this. Yeah, you know fuck all. You know that there's a place called Impera and it's in the Jubei system, which is handy because you're in the Jubei system.
Right.
So I'm going to finish this conversation out before we finish that. You are here for me, yes?
Who are you?
If I'm using this frequency, you must know who I am.
Oh, hello you. Yes, we're for you.
Excellent. I need to be assisted, rescued. Help.
Scraped off a windscreen.
Correct.
Okay, we're on our way.
You can hone in on my signal. I will keep this running for as long as I can, but please hurry. This is not safe area for Irilisk.
Is that a navigation?
It will be communications.
Oh, I'm still. It's
Yeah.
still communicating.
It'll be communications to continue to lock onto him. Yeah, to lock onto his particular signal, you could use that.
What do I need to do?
His signal kind of, it doesn't cut out, but the transmission itself stops, but you can still trace the source. So just take a systems check for me. The communications has basically dropped. It's kind of transmitting off and on, but not enough to get a proper fix on it, but you can work out from before. You can definitely tell it's somewhere within a large structure, and you can tell this large structure is nearby. That's probably about as much as you can get on a 6, I'm afraid.
Okay, it's in a large structure. This bloke, and it's nearby. It's a bit difficult.
Right, on a knowledge check
Signal.
of 14 for Impera. Impera, you've only been like conscious in this kind of place for two years, but you're pretty well versed in like the general terrorist attacks that happened throughout some of the wars, some of the big ones. Impera is one of the ones that you're interested in. Impera was the biggest structure made in space, apart from the artificial hives. Imperial was destroyed. No one particularly laid claim to destroying it, but they did blow huge chunks out of it, rendering it essentially inoperable. It used to be the Nitu Imperial's kind of base of operations. It was their forward operating base, so to speak. And all you know is basically it's been blown apart. There are some parts of it which still have some atmosphere, some of it kind of still functions, but it's very, very dangerous, and it is the known haunt of pirates, Imperial exiles, which are Nitu who refuse to go along with the peace treaty and they agree to be exiled. They're all for the good of the Imperial, all for the good of the Nitu Imperials, and they hate anyone who isn't a Nitu or helping Nitu become better species in their mind. It's also known of various pirates and basically ne'er-do-wells. It is patrolled by some of the Nitu ships which are allowed to have defensive weapons solely for protecting Imperial. It's kind of like a very closed off area because there are potentially still secrets there for the war and they don't want anyone to get hold of those. And you know, it's kind of memorial to the fact that this ginormous thing was built. That's probably everything you know about this place.
Protected yet covered in exiles and pirates.
Essentially you have like a few people that wander around the edge. It's pretty easy to break through the security, and they damn well know that, but they're not stupid enough to go inside.
Cool. I tell this wondrous story to everyone.
Alright, this is the information you have on that.
Sounds like a fantastic place to hide.
Very interesting.
You took another roll on communicate. Yeah, you got a solo, didn't you? No. Okay, so what do you guys wish to do now?
We go talk to Mac.
Okay. Mac is hanging out in the hammock. He's eating one of his vegan snack foods.
How are you doing, Mac?
Pretty good.
Things have been a bit scary lately, haven't they?
You don't like the fire, Father. I want to fuck off.
Oh no, I'm fine. I was just more wondering how you are.
I'm alright. Might be getting lucky a bit later. You never know. Yeah, I don't know. Eats more of his vegan snack food.
I'm always here for everyone. It's kind of a Elena's
What she told you?
wanted me to more keep an eye out for everyone.
Oh, well, that's what she is, isn't she? Make sure we got to keep an eye on her. She's sick.
Yes, but she does have a point.
Although she's sick, yeah.
No. What we do is dangerous. Obviously.
Yeah, that's well, they pay us really well.
But I've made a promise to Helena. I'll do my very best to make sure that nothing happens to him.
It's good to know.
And if you need to talk about any concerns, anything that I can help, anything at all, then you know where I am.
Alright, thanks, I guess. And he awkwardly gets out of the hammock and goes to the cockpit. Why, Jake? Why?
You're going to have a deep conversation with the person who's
Not here!
Really?
He puts his hand on your shoulder and gives you a nod, and then he walks into the cockpit. He's clearly made very unconscious by this god talk or this like helping out talk, and he doesn't feel like he needs to do that because he's Mac. And he's a dick, so...
How's that slip of the tongue? You've been made unconscious by this talk.
No,
That's what you
it's
just said.
it's fine. Alright.
Uncomfortable, right?
Uncomfortable. Yes, that's actually what I meant, yeah. It's uncomfortable.
It's just like after talk, just falls on the floor.
God, fuck me. Alright. You have that random little conversation with Mac. Alright, what do you guys want to do now?
I decide to come out of the chapel.
Alright.
I've calmed down.
It's just you and the father currently in here, in the kind of main area.
Alright,
Do
Father?
you
James.
feel,
Oh, sorry, you guys go.
Yeah.
do you feel better, Lola?
A bit. It'd feel better if he was dead, but hey.
I know you have a bit of a problem with James, as do we all. But we might need him to be slightly alive for the time being.
Do we really? Do.
He might know things that he isn't supposed to tell us, like what he told us the other day.
What do you mean, what you told us the other day?
Remember? A bit of information?
The fact that he gave you the information about who purchased the contract. You shouldn't be
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
Okay.
And if there's other opportunities for that information, or information like it, to be spilled out, then him being alive is kind of a necessity, really, if you understand what I mean.
Okay.
His time will come,
Maybe soon.
as soon as possible, but not yet.
Thank you, Father.
Amazing.
You helped me feel better.
Amazing.
Oh,
Alright,
Oh.
back in the cockpit then.
my father is very present today.
I'm going
Is
to
he on
shout
the
out
wall?
to James.
James is in the cockpit with you, you don't need to shout at him. He's
Yeah,
literally in the cockpit with you.
No, but I meant like, you know, like when you're doing something,
Sit
you
next
shout,
to
you
him.
shout like, "Oi!"
Alright, what are you
James.
saying to him? Yeah.
Well, do you want to keep an eye out for those patrols? We don't really want to kind of walk into all with our pants down.
Alright, and he jumps onto communications, which is what the father was left behind.
Cool.
Um,
And now prepare for some smooth piloting.
Alright, so what are you guys actually doing at the moment?
Well, we said the signal was going towards a large object, wasn't it?
Yes, so the information you got from the guy from Krita was that he's in Imperia, that he's stuck, needs rescuing, and you could trace the signal to a large object nearby, and you know that Imperia is a large object nearby, it's blown apart.
Yeah, is it obvious to me without sensors where it is? Is it like a large floating object with legs in space?
Yeah, it's kind of broken up. You would need a bit of navigation to get there because it's a big fucking place. It is space.
Mr. Quinn, coordinates please.
9.
9?
Yes.
That's on navigation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. With a 9, you can give him information. You can tell him where it is. You also pick up. You're pretty sure. Well, maybe not sure. I mean, it could be something, but you're picking up a ghosting behind you.
Ghosting.
Yes, like a sensor echo.
We may be getting followed. Just keep an eye out.
It's the Raven!
You're not sure, but it might be there.
Uh,
You can't be 100%. You only got a 9.
Quick!
Well,
James! Cacaw!
Ah, what?
Into the radio, see if the Raven's following us. It's like his signal. If we cacaw it, it makes him
Take a manipulate intelligence. Take a manipulate charisma check on me. I can't allow that to go otherwise.
I'm going to do a legendary.
Oh! What did you get?
I'm going to go get my dice. I got 2 and a 1.
Wow. James looks at you like you're an idiot, and he gives you more information that coincides with Mr. Quinn's about the direction of where you need to go.
Okay, fine.
Take a piloting check for me.
Can I hear all this and agree with him that we
Yay!
are meant to actually be cacawing?
You
Okay,
can,
she's
but I
gone.
don't think James is in a particularly good situation to listen to. I'm going to be brutally honest. You can try. You can definitely try.
Which direction is this thing in?
Let's
That
say
direction.
it's forward and left.
Excellent.
Space
What I'd
forward,
like to
space
do
left.
then is, because I just crit, I'd like to kick the ship into a loop-the-loop and shoot back the way we've just coming, and then bear off to the right so that I'm going in the correct direction.
Alright, you go forward in a roughly correct
basically,
direction.
like, if
I don't really know what
we're
you
here
do.
and it's there,
Yeah.
rather than go forward, I'm going to loop back and go this way and loop round in that direction so we can see if there's anyone behind us.
Oh, you basically want to go forward and loop and then go around just so you can
Yeah.
see what's behind you. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a bonus in your navigation if you want to check out these sensor readings for sure.
Also, is anyone with guns?
No, not currently. Lola and the father are currently in the hold.
Father!
What do I get as a bonus?
I'm basically making the check easier.
Oh, okay. I got 5.
You got a 5.
Yeah.
Alright, you are pretty sure that it was just a ghost. You think it's nothing. You're
Don't
pretty
worry,
sure that
it's
there was nothing there.
Pretty sure we're not being followed.
I'm guarantee, I'm absolutely certain we are.
Oh yeah, you're super paranoid.
Oh yeah, you're super paranoid, aren't you?
Yeah.
Have you
Okay.
made that a perk yet?
If we had headlights,
Not
I'd be like sweeping them in the darkness.
Alright. However, on your crit, you basically managed to get yourself to Imperia.
Okay.
Alright. Being closer to Imperia, I'm going to say James is on communications. Can someone roll at communications for James and add 3?
Got it. I'm not doing it. My dice are awful.
Kitten, yeah, you roll it.
At the break, I'm going to get my dice.
Yeah.
I don't think I rolled above a 5.
2.
Wow.
Like plus
Plus, however,
Right.
this is James, isn't it?
5.
Oh, he got a 5. Wow. James gives you no useful information whatsoever. He's pretty sure that the communication has just died out.
Oh, thanks, James.
Just doing my job. He looks he doesn't look quite as like pristinely presented as he did before. He seems to be having a real problem with the fact he's just been almost stabbed. He's not dealing okay with that fact. Alright, you get there. Okay, so you get to Imperia. Imperia, as you kind of like look out through the various like portholes or visuals, whatever you want to choose, or looking at navigations, communications and such like. The windscreen on your view screen. No, you don't have that. You just look around. So out ahead of you, you can see that there is an impressively built station. So it has like the ring around the edge, which clearly would have rotated. There's a central like built area, and there's lots of like different docking ports and stuff. But it's clearly very damaged. There's evidence of fire damage in the various bits you can see. Some of them, like the ring itself, has been cracked and broken and pulled apart, and they just seem to be maintaining this kind of like floating around. There is a lot of debris here, but with your crit, you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck, and managed to cruise your way through it. Lots of these things have been blown out. There's no lights on, apart from in a very small area. I say small area. It's probably this. It would probably be the size of like a really big shopping area, like a big shopping mall or whatever you want to call it. It's a pretty big area, but considering the size of the entirety, it's very small. Just like scale wise.
Has James managed to locate any of the?
No, so far as he's concerned, the communications has gone down from this Krita person on the 42 Kappa. That's down. It's gone. He's got no contact with that anymore. That seems to have died its death.
Can't I just lean over and try it myself?
Yeah, of course you can have another go if you wish.
Nice.
Not bad. Chip operation, I should say.
Yep, so plus 3.
So 13.
Okay, so with your 13, you basically just like put your arm across and you tap in a few things, and James gets up, allows you to sit down, and you're a bit more comfortable as you go through it. And you manage to find out, indeed, the source has gone down. But you're not stupid, so you check through the history and you basically backtrack from that history where it recorded that thing from, and you basically go through and triangulate a bunch of things, working with Mr. Quinn and some basic information, and you find out almost exactly where the ship has gone down. And it is probably, it's within that kind of, it's very close to that part of the station that may still be functioning.
The bit with the lights up.
Yes.
Can I ride my crit and approach that area?
I'm going to go with yes. As you arrive, I'm going to say also with your crit you managed to basically dodge past all the patrols. I'm going to say there are patrols here, but they really are easy to break through. They require no real checks. They're there. Tokenly they are there. They have no real weapons. They have some, but not a lot.
Even if they did see you, they probably wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're probably better armoured than them now.
And armed.
Yes, and armed. So yeah, you managed to cruise your way in, and you find a place where you could easily land. You can't land within the lit structure, because that's all been like boxed off and stuff, and there are clearly other ships here. There are clearly a few ships. Some of them are just floating around the edge, maintaining some sort of orbit or holding their position. Some of them are docked on the flatter areas of the destroyed Impera. So what do you guys actually want to do? You are kind of here. You are currently, I'm letting you ride that crit, and this is the last you get to ride. You're currently in a position where you can decide what you're doing without being seen. This window will not last particularly long.
Well, how about if we leave Mac and James on the ship, and we go out there and go look for this guy, and then we can come back for a pick up later on. Because I don't know, if we dock here, we'd be particularly vulnerable if anyone hovers next to us with a lock on us.
And Matt can keep an eye on things on the ship.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on James. He gives him a wink. James visibly pales.
At least he hasn't tried to stab you yet. Well, alright, maybe.
Okay.
No, that was me.
No, I was talking about.
Oh, I'm not going to stab him with a dagger, no.
No, that's what I was going for.
Right. Well, I guess we'll be on our way then.
Alright, so where are you landing? Are you landing anywhere particular, or
I think
you
we're
just...
going to get the suits on.
It's entirely up to you. Where you are isn't, as I said, you can ride the crypt for a bit, but you can't stay here and not be found.
Yeah, that's why we're going to give it to Mac to take the ship away a bit.
Okay, so you guys are going to get your EVA suits?
Yeah.
All of you? Okay, it does take you a little while to get, not long, but it takes you about 5 or 6 minutes. And then you hear Mac yell from the front of the cockpit, and you hear him yell, we got something on comms here. Might want to keep an eye out.
Alright. Cheers, Mac.
See you in a little while.
Actually, it's kind of here.
What?
Fuck. And he jumps out the seat, and you can hear him jump out the seat. You can't see him. Jumps out the seat, and he sort of like rushes like towards the entranceway, and he grabs I don't know, whatever weapons. Let's say a fucking crowbar, because you know he doesn't want to use Dorothy because Dorothy's too good a weapon. He pulls out a crowbar, and he's like, "Better prepare, because I think we're about to be boarded. This thing is really fucking close. It only just popped up on things." You guys, I'm gonna say you guys are in your seats. You're literally about to jump out, and you hear this kind of as something interfaces with your airlock.
Okay. Well, I've got my grenade launcher ready.
I get our big mama.
Whoa.
Yeah, big mama.
James is going to cower in the cockpit. Mac is going to hold a really useful weapon in a fight on a spaceship, i.e. some sort of melee weapon, because shooting things in a ship is a really stupid
I'm
idea.
just going to stand in the middle of the corridor,
Well armoured.
straight on, with a grenade launcher pointed straight at the door that's about to open.
Wow. Oh my god. Okay.
I've got Rolf.
You got Rolf. So you're all doing this like stand. Is anyone putting anything defensive in front? Anyone barricading?
Grab James.
Brilliant.
James is in the cockpit. Are you going to go back to the cockpit to get James?
No.
Okay, excellent.
I grab like a chair or a metal plate.
You can stand behind me. I'm wearing like an armed suit and stuff. So.
You're wearing an EVA suit. I wouldn't say it's that armoured.
Yeah, I'm wearing an EVA
To
suit.
be
but
fair,
I
I'm
don't
hiding
hold
behind my grenade launcher.
Wow, a grenade launcher.
it.
This
It's
is
like,
amazing.
Like a sheet of metal and like prop it up against myself, hanging over it.
Okay. So yeah, basically you hear and you hear something repressurizing on the other side. Clearly they've got their own airlock too, and you hear like a open up,
We're not here.
Closed.
and then I want you to take a perception check for me, because you hear lots of voices. Well, you hear about half a dozen voices on the other side.
7.
Okay, everyone take perception checks.
That was a 5.
I was
Bang
giving
on.
you like some sort of advantage on it, but that's fine.
9.
10.
10.
12.
12. Alright, on a 12, you pick up there are human voices. There is a Rutai voice. You hear that kind of like deep, gravelly sound. There is a Nitu kind of like type voice. And you hear, say, a bunch of humans. And the rest of you, and yourself included, you actually also hear a woman's voice. And it's the woman who asked you. And it's very familiar to you. Very, very familiar to you.
Oh, can I, from where I am, can I open the door from here or do I just go
You
up
can
the door?
absolutely open it. Now you can tell it's been repressurized. Opening on your side, definitely either command from you or a command put into your computer to open it. And they're basically, they can force it open, but it's more
I'll
of a pain in
just
the
get to
house.
open it because, you know, I'm not going to go away, are they? So, yeah.
Alright, standing in front of you is are 3 people. You can see like the Rutai and the Nito I described, and a couple of humans like a bit further off, but there are 3 people standing in the doorway, so to speak. One is a woman with black hair, very short black hair. She's got a streak of white up one side, and she's wearing a long black trench coat, and she's wearing black shirt, black trousers, and she looks quite old. She probably looks like in her late 50s, so much to speak. On her left shoulder, standing behind her on her left, is an older man who is about the same height as her, so probably between your height and Mac's height, so roughly there. He's got greying hair and he's got it tied back in a ponytail. It's not particularly long, but it's kind of like, looks like it's hastily been done, like we have to do this. And he's wearing, he's also wearing this kind of like trench coat type thing, and he's wearing like kind of like khaki type colours, and he's carrying a big rifle on his back. And behind him on the other side, you all see Helena.
Okay. I was just picturing the Matrix.
Kind of.
What?
Immediately, you recognise that the woman in the centre, the one with the big trench coat, that is Kara. You also know her as Bacon.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I can't remember who she is.
You would know her. Kara is the captain of the Chum Bucket.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And the people in the background, for those of you who are playing along at home, you see Omelette, you see
Jebediah.
Jebediah, and you see Kerno.
If there's
Um,
a omelette, people have never encountered.
Omelette is a Gendar. There's a Rutai on the ship too, but I can't remember who it is.
And for the viewers who have any idea what Gendal is,
It's basically a big kind of squid thing. It's not really.
space squid.
It's basically like, so imagine a squid with a cull, and it's kind of a bit like that, but kind of
Not
issue.
like cuttlefish.
Yeah, kind of like a
It's kind of
cuttlefish, but
floats
in
above the
space.
ground and walks
It doesn't
on
float; it walks on its tendrils. But yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's
Yes.
lighter.
Can I know Kerno?
I'm probably gonna go justify it for me.
They went to a club.
No.
You're a priest.
No.
He's the only priest on the stage
Okay,
of the
that was
Kingdom.
your one chance to impress me. I'm gonna go with no. Kerno.
Anyway.
Kerno's a need to. It doesn't really matter. Kerno spends a lot of his time on the ship. He's very insular, as is as Bacon is. She keeps her crew together, and they don't spend a lot of time out. For you probably recognise most of the people here,
Yeah.
but you don't recognise the man on her shoulder. You don't recognise him at all.
Who's that? Punch him.
Oh, Ennis, this is my husband. This is Keith.
I'll lower the grenade launcher to lunch.
Yeah, I'm gonna put.
Not to a way that I couldn't quickly bring up and fire, but like in a slightly less way.
Helena like shakes her head. Is like, why didn't you just put that piece of crap down?
Well, just in case you need
Oh, for goodness sake.
Did-
Cara and I are old friends, and the three of them walk onto the ship.
Did we forget something, Elena?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Probably better explain while I'm here, huh?
It would help.
Yeah, as soon as you guys left, I got hold of Cara, and Cara brought me here. And Cara and Keith are off to one side having a conversation. They seem to be engaging and talking to Mac, so Helene's talking to the rest of
Okay.
them.
Still.
I...
Explanation.
And she looks over in at James, then decides actually that's not a problem as far as she's concerned. So I need to borrow Mac for something. I have suspicions that I need to confirm, and I need Mac's, don't tell him I said this, ultimate skill with a sniper rifle to protect me. It's pretty dangerous, so I kind of like to take him with me.
Okay.
It needs to be under the radar, hence why we ghosted behind your ship quite a way,
Yes.
why we boarded in this manner exactly where we are.
Oh,
Kind of glad you made it here, actually.
We thought there might have been something behind us.
You're lucky our navigation wasn't better, we just straight up the sky.
I think we would have. I know the chum bucket. I modified the chum bucket. You were not going to take that out of the sky with the gun we've given you. Yeah, so I need to borrow Mac. We'll get him back by the time you guys return to us, back in your normal check-in time, but this can't be on record anywhere. You can't let Gertie know, you can't let anyone know that, well, that man there, and she points at Keith, is going to be Mac for a while. He's not going to have any operational control, none of that crap, so same as you were before.
Do you eat meat? Asked Keith.
Yeah, of course I eat meat.
Yay!
You're hired.
Your
Bye.
job is to make sure that guy over there, I point to James.
Yep.
Doesn't leave the ship.
Ah. Well,
And
I was
doesn't
told
do
that I
anything
needed to
sneaky.
report to a Mr. Quinn about stuff. Which one of you is Mr. Quinn?
That would be
me.
him.
Excellent. I'll report directly to you. I'll follow every order as if Cara, my lovely, beautiful wife, and he smiles at her and she rolls her eyes, had given me the order herself. So you've got me for a while. Hope that's
Okay.
alright.
Welcome aboard.
And you notice that as they've been chatting, that Keith and Mac have swapped clothes, so he's wearing everything Mac is wearing. He's not taking Dorothy, because Mac refuses point blank to leave Dorothy behind.
Okay.
So he's taking Dorothy with him.
Helena,
Yeah,
can I have a word?
it's got to be quick. We can't really be here much longer because you're going to get spotted.
It'll be quick.
Okay. She puts her arm around you and she walks you into the airlock. Paff! No, I'm joking. I'm so glad I don't need to cucumber out of this stuff.
Got cucumber situation.
I know you can't tell me much.
Yeah.
How dangerous is your doing?
Well, if we were going to boil it down to a percentile, there's about 50% chance we're going to get caught or someone's going to find out. There's about 20% chance one of us won't make it back. I'm hoping 100% chance to get this information, but that's wishes. That's probably only about 10% really. It's dangerous and not good, but I think worth the risk.
Okay. I've always respected your judgment,
I appreciate that.
and I will look after them for you. Our agreement still stands.
Thanks. Keep an eye on Ennis mostly.
Of
Mm.
course.
Faster kick it. Mac will get on with it.
And you both try and come back safe.
I'm always trying.
Be-
Always trying.
Be a bit boring without you.
Well, I appreciate the compliments, but we should be fine. Mac will get back to you. I'll make sure of that. Can't see anything happen to him. He's an arrogant, pig-headed twat, but, you know, I'll make sure he gets home. So, come on, Mac! And she literally whistles at him and walks into the thing. And Cara, Cara gives Keith a big hug and, the usual words of parting between lovers. And she seems reluctant to let him go, but nonetheless, she walks away. And Mac just be good, Mr. Quinn. You're in charge. Don't fuck it up. I don't want to die. And walks onto the ship. Helene bids you all goodbye, gives you a bit of a wave. Mac just stands there kind of looking intrigued and confused. Very confused about what the fuck he's doing there, but nonetheless.
I'll put away my grenade launcher.
That's really good of you. You hear as they close, you hear the depressurization and the ship disappears. It moves away. And you are now free to do as you wish.
Keith,
Yeah. You're
I'm
tepid, right?
I'm the father.
Nice to meet you.
Shake his hand.
Puts his hand out. He's got a very firm handshake.
Oh, that's nice.
You met my wife, right?
Oh, no.
You've got to have a firm handshake with my wife.
Yes, it's interesting. Just to let you know, we have a kind of a makeshift chapel down in the engine room. See? If you ever need any time for thought or
I'm
support
going
or
to cut you off there, Father. Not really into that. I'm an astrophysicist. Don't really believe in.
That's absolutely fine. Doesn't need to be anything
I just
spiritual.
Don't. I'm
Just
alright.
if you
I'm
want
good.
us-
I'm here literally just pretend to be Mac for a few days, maybe a few weeks. Hopefully not a few weeks.
Mm.
But I'm just here for that. As far as you're
That's
concerned,
fine.
I'm a silent partner.
I
Do as I'm told.
said my bit, and that's fine.
Appreciate the welcome, Father. He gives you another very firm handshake.
Can you fly the ship?
Yeah, I can fly the ship if you need to. Could do
Yeah.
almost anything. Well, I'm pretty better with this and good with that, but yeah, what do you need?
Well, I need you to keep the ship out of danger while we're off doing our thing.
Do you not need me on the ground?
No, we need someone on the ship.
And you got James for that.
Yeah, someone good on the ship.
Take your point. Yeah, he agrees to stay on the ship.
And we'll comms you when we need to pick up.
Alright. James, move out of the way, you asshole. And you just seem budge him. You just see him sit down. He's pretty much very, very happy at home in the pilot seat, as one would expect of the husband of Cara.
Yeah, that's good.
That's now Mac
I'm
out.
gonna
Give me
load-
Mac's sheet.
I'm going to load
I'm
myself
assuming
into
you
the
didn't
ammo.
want to play Keith all the way through this.
I'm happy to. He was going to be a very silent partner. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Hence why I wrote him as a silent partner.
Cucumber, we just had our first crossover.
You did.
Yes.
Very exciting news for later. Alright. Okay, you guys are in your EVA suits. Anyone interested? Cara's ship, the chum bucket, has again disappeared off of communications, off of navigations. It seems as if it ghosted out. Like you see, if you're watching, you can maybe spot something ghostly, but pretty much it's off and gone. Okay, you are now all in your EVA suits. Where do you wish Keith to move the ship?
Well, we're just next to above the planet, aren't we?
It's not a planet.
Well, you know, the space.
It's a space station which has
Yeah.
been destroyed.
Yeah.
There are various places on it which you could, there are various like bits of plating and stuff which you could land on and walk on and make your way towards the lit area. There are a couple of spaceships still flying around. The chance of them spotting 4 of you just walking across is a bit dicey in the open, but it's doable.
Yeah.
So it's entirely up to you guys what you wish to do.
I reckon jump off from here and walk.
And how accurately do we know where the signal came from?
You know that it's coming from in front of you in this particular area. Take a perception check for me, actually.
Nope.
You don't see the ship.
Nope.
You see some ships. I'll rephrase it. You see some ships.
Are we able to like detect it from our suits?
Probably not. No, that's like advanced stuff which you would not have in these particular EVA suits.
Okay.
This
You
is
don't have
literally
a
just
HUD.
yeah. You don't have a HUD. Yeah, you don't have a HUD. You can't track this thing like that. You can't track your ammo or your health in the bottom right hand corner.
I'm gonna have to do some work on this.
And there's no like, this is how much shield you have remaining, and this is how you recharge it. There's none of that bullshit. You literally just have something you can see out of.
Yeah, if we're shot, we can't just hide in the corner until our help comes back.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to throw that one out there, just to
Oh my God,
give you any of that
fine.
information.
Hunting control sounds good.
All right. So what do you guys want to do now? So you guys are going to jump straight out of the ship onto this kind of metal platforming area.
Yep.
All right.
How's the gravity?
Yes. It's kind of not really here because you're not in
We
the.
jump out of the ship. Oh shit!
Well, have thrusters going to
Yeah, you have some form of manoeuvring. Yeah, so he Keith actually takes you down a little bit and you jump out almost basically straight, and he just takes off and goes around, and you're very aware between him and James they can be able to find you or pick you back up from this spot. So they're just going to keep themselves hidden from sensors. Being that you know Cara the way you would expect that Keith would know a degree of this, and James is not actually inept at this stuff.
Yeah.
He would probably be able to keep the ship safe for you for a while. Right ahead of you, you've landed on this on this kind of like metal, let's say metal grill area. Up ahead of you, you can see there are 3 ships which have landed and docked onto the ground, and ahead of you, you can see that there's an airlock, and you can see that there are like 3 levels above it. All of them have airlocks. The middle one is busted and broken, and clearly there is no there's no sign of life or any lights behind that. So the bottom one's good, next one up not so good, 3 and 4.
Of the 3 ships, any of them look obviously irrealistic.
No, they don't. You can take a perception check if you're looking for it.
Yeah. 11.
11. You kind of, as you're making your way there and you get nearby to one of these ships, you can see that you actually landed on a part where it's the ring, where it's gone round, and you can see that there's a broken section beyond this big lick section, and there's kind of like this kind of broken part area where it's obviously decompressed and exploded out, and you can see that there is a broken ship there. You're fairly sure it's Irilisk. You can't be 100% from this distance. You can see bits broken here, and you can see like their particular energy signature, a particular colour that they have about it. And you can see that there's more lit section behind that, so it's like lit section, broken, lit, and you can see that the ship has crashed in a decompressed area between those.
Okay, I'm going to wave people's attention without speaking, just in case.
You have like limited short range radios
Yeah, I
between
know,
you
but
four
other
because
people
you
might be
kind of
able
do
to
the headsets, kind of.
Tune into those. How secure would they be? Will other people be able to detect them?
I'm going to say because Lola is with you, Lola would have hacked the shit out of this. It's protected as it's ever going to be.
Okay.
It doesn't mean it's foolproof before you go out there on a limb and say, why were they hacking? Because they can still hack it,
Yeah.
it's not impenetrable.
Okay.
It's as secure as you're going to get.
I'm just going to be like, I'm just like trying to wave people's attention because I should be just staying in a group at the moment.
Yeah, you
And
can
I'll
do what you
just
want.
point
Oh, you're a
towards
monkey.
The ship. Is there a way to get there without walking through this occupied section?
Not really. The kind of distance between here and there is massive.
Okay.
So the idea of you floating randomly in a space across to it, not good. There are definitely ships floating between here, in that void area between that and the broken down ship.
Okay. Would it be the broken area it's crashed into? Is it a large, massive area or a small area?
It's kind of small. It's literally as if like the side of like one of these levels has just gone boom.
Okay. I was trying to figure out would it be easier to go inside or out. I'll just message you guys and ready to go. Do you reckon inside or out? Probably take longer inside. We're going to have to go through rooms and find ways to get through doorways and stuff.
You can see where we need to go. The direct route would be fastest.
We could just walk there. It'll take a while, but we've got enough air. I assume we have enough air.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you would have just enough air to get there, and just enough air just to get back. So you would literally get there and have to turn around and come back again. If you're literally thinking of walking along the side of this platform rather than just jettisoning across space, which would be fucking dangerous on its own course anyway, I would not recommend that. If you're going to use it to literally walk yourself around the edge, yeah, you would have just enough air to get there and back, and it would literally be a case of turning up, turning on the spot, and coming back again, and hoping and praying that Keith turns up in time to pick you up.
I was wondering if the other option is we could get Keith to try and distract the ship so we could zoom across.
Puts our ship in danger.
Exactly. Not really worth it.
Yeah, there's a couple of the ships that are floating in that kind of area-ish. I mean, you're fairly certain that, you know, being the scale, you may just be able to get away with moving around as being bits of debris that's still moving, but you wouldn't really want to. Well, there are ships floating in the area. Let's put it like
I
that.
mean, we could cause stage like an accident at the airlock. It might drag people away and distract them over there for a bit. Give us more of a chance to slip past.
Sounds like it's going to take time, and we don't have time.
But I have a grenade launcher. It couldn't take that long.
Will it? I'm assuming it uses combustion to launch the grenade slightly.
Oh, well, it's all internal, like I say. It contains the charge within the.
Let's say, but
I say it's a
well,
gas
we'll,
launcher,
we'll jump into the future and we'll say somehow
space.
Yeah,
you
works
managed
in
to be able to
space.
make a grenade launcher that works in space. Let's just fucking go with that,
Yeah,
alright?
yeah.
I can't be asked to deal with this
So
crap.
yeah, I could
It's a weapon.
Yeah,
fire a grenade at the ship. I mean,
basically fire in infinite distance.
Well, so are there any like fueling areas or anything that I can see? Obviously.
Take a perception check.
That'll be a 12.
Nice.
Fueling areas.
Something combustible if I hit would do a lot of damage.
Not openly, no. You bet your bottom dollar there'd be stuff inside the sealed area, but they probably won't leave this hanging around outside because they still need like a pressurized area to fill the ships with it.
It's a war base. We have their fuel on the outside.
So
Yeah.
how far would it be to walk to this place,
To what place?
to where these ships are?
Oh, to where the ships are. You're probably talking about 10 minutes.
Okay. And is it in the opposite direction to where we want to
No,
get?
you are literally. If you went forward, you hit the ships. Forward into the section with power. Around the corner a bit, you then have broken ship. Around the corner a bit more, you have the other lit section.
Okay. But if we were to jump and float across to it, would we be more directly where we are now, or would we be closer from there?
Very dangerous.
Well, so I mean, if we cause a distraction, I could go set the bombs. I'll cause a distraction, and when everyone's distracted, you guys can jump across and rescue it. Well, the reason we
I don't like the idea
can't
of-
just shoot across is because the ships around here. Because of the explosion, the ships may come over to investigate, which leaves you guys free to.
Is that the reason why we can't?
It's up to you.
I
If
would
you
have thought
guys.
just generally
won't-
floating in open space is generally quite dangerous.
You've got thrusters, and you can steer yourself. There's nothing. I don't think there's nothing zooming that quickly around here, is there?
There is debris floating around.
Yeah, but it's floating. It's not zooming.
Yeah, it's not fast, but you still don't get twanged by one.
No, but you have a degree of control in the suit. Don't you?
Yeah, you have some control. Yeah, you can get yourself roughly in the right direction.
Yeah. I'm just thinking walking there sounds ridiculously risky because we run out of air. That will definitely kill us.
Okay.
Oh, we could just jump for it anyway. I mean, they're not looking
Yeah.
for anyone here.
Oh yeah, definitely. We could always grab a piece of metal and jump with that. Just look like a piece of metal.
To be fair, if we just float across, we probably look like a bit of metal anyway. We've got any lights on or anything, have we? So, unless people are scanning for life signs.
You would have some degree of lights within your
Yeah, we can
suit.
turn them off, can't we?
You could do. It's dangerous, but yes. You will then be black items floating in black space.
That's the idea. We don't want to be seen. then
That's
what we
fine. You can go for it. I will throw this out there. That'll be incredibly dangerous. But yes, you can do it.
Tepid.
Also, your
That's a bad
thrusters.
idea.
You can do it. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just pointing out it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You will be black items floating in black space. The chance of you finding each other probably pretty slim at that point. You can communicate with one another, but
Right.
it's like a
But
bunch
we
of
are
people in the
going
back.
for the same point, so as long as we all make it to that point, it's fine.
Yeah.
And we
You'd-
have
All right,
to
you'd
tether
all
each other.
essentially you could tether. You could attempt to tether. That's not something you could do. You'd need to find something to tether yourselves with.
The suits don't have any like tethering lines or anything.
Mm,
Because normally you'd have a little link to tether yourself to the outside of the ship or something.
yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah,
5
you
meters
probably
or
have like 5 meters. Let's go 5 meters. That's a good, nice number.
So we could tether to each other 5 meters apart, so we'd all be stuck together. So if one of us was here, maybe we get lost, and that means we also wouldn't have to.
Could also mean if one of us gets hit, we all get
We
Or
all get
in
lost.
space.
Yeah.
But yeah, if one's going, we'll go together.
Also,
Yeah.
you do have your meeting point where if you did get broke up, you could still go to that ship area.
Yeah, we can still track you guys if we're actually looking for you. It's just the fact that these guys probably aren't going to look for people floating around out here.
You looking for people in when they're basically dark suits in a basically when you've gone to blackout state, you're very difficult to see.
Back on again.
You could turn it back on, but if you're looking for that, you would find that very difficult.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of going dark. That's why it's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why you don't particularly want your ship's black box to be turned off, because it's fucking dangerous. Space is a big place. Chances of you getting hit by stuff probably pretty small. However, you don't want that chance.
Yeah.
It's catastrophic.
But it's up to you guys. I'm happy to do it.
I'll do it.
Barley, got the signing vote.
Have I?
I just said I don't mind.
Yeah, I know, but that's not really yes or no. That's like, I'm going to sit on the fence and wait for other people to make a decision. Yes or no, damn it!
Alright, we're going into peril music.
Okay.
Shit's gotten real, peril music is on.
No, okay, there you go. So you have the signing vote and you vote no, we'll walk. But we will possibly run out of air, which will be deadly.
Is there not another way around?
Yeah, you can walk through the lit area. Walking through the lit area, being that there's lights in here, there'd be atmosphere, you could turn your suits off.
Cucumber.
But you
There
just
will
said-
also be people there.
But you just said we could run out of air.
Yeah, if we walk there without going through this
If you
area.
if you use the side of the platform rather than going into the building, you could walk along the edge of it, but that would literally take your oxygen to get there and get back again. You'd have to hope there'd be no problems and he's sitting there waiting for you in his happy little suit going, save me!
But if we go in there, then there's going to be people in there. And
Correct.
It's quite a small station.
You
so
would
the
assume.
chance of us getting
You would
through
assume.
unobserved are quite low.
His ship's damaged, but he's still alive on the ship, so wouldn't he have a way of
But why would they be looking out for
re-airing?
us?
They would be, but we'd be going through the bit of the ship where they're in, so they could just be going to take a leak or something and bump into us. And then we're...
And hi.
Well, yeah, but these guys are probably going to be like, who the hell are you? What are you doing here? And they'll be like,
I'm vacationing.
these are more the kind of people who are going to rob you, murder you, rape you and kill you in some form of that order.
That still doesn't sound very dangerous to me.
And but then also they've got ships around here which can stop us leaving.
Yeah.
Tepid's decided to walk.
What?
Well, you're outvoted.
Alright.
You're gonna walk. You're gonna do the jumping thing or what?
No, just
No, it says to not do
walk
the
around the
jumping.
side.
Yeah.
You wanna
I
walk
decided
along-
not to do the jumping thing.
Okay. So we're going to do the walk.
Cucumber.
Wait, I thought you
rolled.
voted yes.
I know, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a tie. It's not.
It's a
one's
three-way
allowed to-
tie.
Yeah, no, but
Wow.
if we hadn't had most people
You've
agreeing
wasted
to it, we'd do it.
approximately 5 minutes of your oxygen.
Right, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll walk. And
Let's do
hope
this.
that he's able to immediately jump out and run with us.
Or has an option supply.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Are you going dark walking around? Are you tethering yourselves together? Or are you...
I think tethering
Just gonna
ourselves
walk.
together is still a good idea in case we get hit by something.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
is
we were
there is still
going
debris
the
flying
safe
around.
Not
You are,
inside.
but if you're walking
This is
along the
the
edge,
safe way.
it is safe, but it's still safest to tie
There
yourselves
is
together.
no safe
Okay.
option here. There's just how do you wish to risk death?
Yep.
Running out there, being shot at, or lost in space.
That is 100% your option.
I thought we went for the being shot at one.
No,
No, you said walk.
we're meeting in the middle.
Walk.
We wanted to jump. You wanted to go inside. He wants to walk, so that's where we're meeting. In the middle.
There were the three extremes. We've gone to the middle one.
Right. Anyway, let's go. We're
Really?
wasting air.
Yeah.
We are wasting air.
We're
Let's
waiting,
go.
yeah.
I do
really
think the walking and running out of air is more extreme than going inside and not running out of air.
Yeah, but if you get shot and your suit's damaged and you're stuck.
Also, it takes us way longer inside because we'll actually have to figure out ways of getting through the ship.
I'm already
Open
walking
doors.
But once we're inside, why would anyone shoot at us? I don't
I'm going
understand.
to attach
Well,
They're
myself
pirates,
to
my
you
dear.
and
These
start
They are
walking.
pirates.
These are pirates.
Okay.
They're
They are
bad
not nice
pirates
people.
In a bad place.
I've literally
And
attached
everyone
myself
they meet
to
who isn't
No,
on
I'm
there,
walking
they want
with
to
you.
kill.
bears.
Okay.
Alright.
Why wouldn't they? It'd be like if you woke up and went to the loo in the middle of the night and some random dude was standing in your bed in your landing with a gun. You go,
Well, while having this conversation, you're being dragged away as I walk off.
Alright, I need a marching order for
I
tethering yourselves
deny
together.
this.
You can object, but he's still your commander, so
I know.
you can make it an order, Mr. Coyne.
probably want to go first if you're the.
Yep, so yeah, I need a marching order.
I'll lead.
So we have Quinn, followed by Ellie. Sorry. Lola.
Yeah.
Followed by,
After that.
you're going to go after and you're going to go last. So you're tethering yourselves in that line. Are you going dark?
Yes,
No,
I think
yeah.
you should.
Okay.
Alright, you can, as you know where it is, you can see where it is, you're very much able to walk your way there. Are you going to attempt to make haste? I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter, your oxygen level is going to be about the same whether you try and run, we use
I'd
more
say
oxygen
probably
because you're
best
using
not
it,
to
but...
run because you wouldn't use oxygen as fast, so
Yeah.
it's better to walk
That's,
slowly and
I'm
calmly.
assuming we're attached to the surface with
Also, yeah,
magnets.
we're trying to walk
Mhm.
on magnets, so I imagine it wouldn't be that quick anyway.
Alright, so as you are making your way forward to get down to the side of the ship, you would have to sneak past those ships to get into a place to allow you to tilt on the side and then walk round. So I'm going to need you all to make a stealth check for me, or a sneak check. Or anything you can justify to me.
Roll a legendary point.
Okay.
I'm also going to use a legendary
Okay.
This is a reroll, by the way, because I got a 1.
Oh, okay.
point.
11.
Alright, we'll start on
11
this one.
also.
So you got 11 and 11. They're not bad.
10.
Got 10.
What was the roll?
A sneak.
Stealth.
Sneak check.
Yep, sneak check.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Oh
We've all
wow.
got 10 or
You
above.
guys were basically all smack on exactly what I wanted. Basically 10 or above and you would have been fine.
I'm
you
glad I
all-
did my legendary
You all
point.
basically, because of like your years of training and you know your years of having to deal with like doing spacewalks occasionally out on the moon base, yada yada yada. This is like second hat to you, just like fuck this shit. And you don't even go anywhere near the ships. You actually like walk on that very thin metal grill. You just turn yourself sideways like this is dicey, but we've got this shit. And you just sneak yourselves all the way around.
To be fair, there is no sideways in space.
Exactly. It's just a matter of perspective. So you basically go bump, and you're like, yeah, there's no up in space, and you're just like, yeah, fuck this shit, I'm walking around. You're smart enough to realise that this is the case. Okay, alright, you guys sneak your way around. Okay. I need to do a roll.
Dun, dun, dun.
A singular roll will decide your fate, I'm afraid, chaps. Carol music. As you sneak your way around, you see like the ships that are passing around. They seem to be doing like almost like a patrol back and forth. Some of them, you know, stay a bit longer than is more comfortable, but you guys just keep walking. It's that or death, basically, for you guys. So the ships come round and you see debris fly past, but you manage to like dodge your way around it. You see this coming pretty easily. And then when you're about 3/4 of the way around, you know, you've probably got like another, let's say 10 minutes walking or something like that. What the fuck not. You've got about 10 minutes before you get to the breached part where you can see where the ship, well, you can't quite see it now because you're a bit far around, but you know where it is. You see the ship fly past, and then you see it like loop round and fly back round and come by again, but even closer. What do you guys want to do? The ship is getting uncomfortably close.
I'm going to stop moving.
Yeah, basically, if he's going to stop moving, we all have to, so.
He's at the back. Oh yeah, he's tethering up. You're looking at.
Listen,
Alright, you're all aware of this ship. This ship
I'm
is
gonna
not like.
freeze. Act like debris.
Disconnect. We can,
Act like debris. Debris?
Everybody.
What is debris?
Please say you're having this conversation.
everybody disconnect your. If you disconnect your mag boots and curl up into a ball.
And act like debris.
Yes.
Slowly.
And float.
I'm going to say it slowly, and then we'll just like
Alright.
do it slowly.
So you're decoupling your mag boots. You're rolling up in a ball,
And just
just floating.
Yeah.
Try and makes us look less like people still walking up the side of the ship.
Wow, this is hilarious.
Will you take deception check?
Now you've said that, I would like you all to take justify a roll, Smooth. Each of you individually can justify a
dexterity.
roll. You want a dexterity roll? Why?
Oh wait, no.
Straight dexterity means you get no modifiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need something to be justified. I will take any
Could
justification.
I take a crafting check to make myself look more like a bit of debris?
No, you can take a straight dex check. You failed. Right, next.
Oh, what?
Tepid, what do you do?
I am going
Actually,
to
that's better.
a manipulate check because I'm trying to pretend to be something I'm not.
You want to find yourself in the zone.
He's gonna like
Or
he's
being
gonna try and
debris.
place himself in the thought space of a bit of
Do you
debris.
not, as a fellow thespian, I'm going to allow that. Right, Kitten, what have you got? What can you justify to me?
Manipulate or sneak?
Justify one.
I'm going to manipulate intellectually make myself look as boldy as possible.
So yeah, you bulk out your shoulders and you go like wiggle your ass around a bit. So it's like, there you go. You know, you kind of, yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'll allow that. What about you, Tech?
Knowledge. This was my idea.
100%, I'm behind that idea. All right, so what do we get going around left?
7.
Also 7.
Wow.
9.
Wow.
Crit!
Alright. So, the ship flies by and it stops. And it flashes its lights over at you. And you'll freeze or look like a boulder, or you try and get in the mindset of debris. I am a debris. I'm at 1 with debris.
Debris.
I'm at 1 with debris. But Quinn, you're not actually sure if Quinn's attached to you or not. He's just... You're not sure. There's this kind of like mysterious thing. You can feel it pulling up, but you're not really sure where it's gone.
I'm not moving at all. I'm completely stationary. So.
You're still floating in space because you do magnetic beats.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just
So
like literally,
momentum.
I'm not
Yeah,
moving
I know you're
at all.
physically moving, and it flashes its lights at you, and it goes off and it flies away again. But Quinn on a crit stays still. And you guys follow suit in your same. I'm at 1 with the debris, and it flies by again, and it flashes its lights more intently, and it flies really close. And then it just shoots upwards and it flies and goes around. And that's the last you see of that ship.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I'm going to turn my mag boots back on.
Yeah, and use
Yeah.
our thrusters. So
I'm going to give you a legendary point.
That was awesome.
I get my legendary point back. I've still got a bonus one then. Still sitting on 3.
I'm going to use knowledge because it was my idea.
I did say
That was
act
amazing.
like debris, and then you said decouple your mag boots. I was like, alright.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Alright, so you guys recouple your boots back onto the edge. It's probably, by the time he's done a few circuits, it's taken about another 10 minutes off of your oxygen supply.
Okay.
You're pretty sure you're not going to make it back now because you spent about 10 minutes deciding what you were going to do and 10 minutes pretending to be debris. So yeah, you're pretty sure you're not going to be able to get back to where you were to be picked up.
Oh.
Alright.
So
What's
these
then?
suits, they use oxygen tanks, or will they like rebreathe us?
Which
Basically, will they recharge if we sit in oxygen for long enough?
yeah, if you're in an atmosphere of oxygen, yes, they will get more oxygen in
So
there.
if his ship still has oxygen and we sit on it for a few minutes, we'll get air back.
Depending if there's enough oxygen on that ship.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
That's what I hope.
But we spoke to him, so I'm assuming there's a bit there on it. But it depends if we can go.
You don't know. You don't know. It went
There are
dark.
lit areas we can always go through.
Yeah,
all those
so,
and way
okay,
back.
so we're going to go
Off
to
we go.
oh, shit.
You continue like bustling your way along. You bustle your way around. You're now aware that you're not going to make it back in one piece. You're pretty much going to need to get air from somewhere. So, you know, that's at least that's the load off your mind. So you clunk your way in, and you come to the edge of the decompressed area. And there's clearly like bits of water being flown out. There are wires hanging out from all situations. There's not a stick of actual furniture in here. It's all clearly been blown away. There are a couple of consoles in the area. And you can see that the ones nearest to the left-hand side, the ones that are closest to the left-hand side of air, let's call it air, fuck it, left-hand side of air, and we'll call the other one lit, left-hand side where air is, you can see there's a terminal, it's still functioning, it still has power in it, just, that's all you can tell about it right now. And in front of you, it's not like a particularly big ship, it's a very small Irilisk ship, it's kind of, when you look at the ship you can tell it's more, biological than mechanical, which is very kind of like a bit unearing. I mean, it looks like there's like lots of like shit and like resin and stuff that has gone to build and make this thing, and you can see where it's landed the bottom has essentially burnt away and it's all been like crisp and blackened and stuff. And as you get there you can see that there is also like what would be considered like the door, the way in is literally is like if it closed you could tell it would almost look seamless, and it's open and that's been twisted and ajarred and slightly pulled out, and you can see that there's no atmosphere in it, there's nothing, there's no power, it's just crashed here, but you can see there's a very small like pulsating light within it.
Yeah, so have we got to it now?
I'm going to say that you've basically popped your head over the edge. You can see that there's a door to air on the left hand side, and that's clearly lit. That's all around. On the right hand side, you can actually, now you're here, you can see that it isn't actually, you know, like lit, isn't actually attached to this area. It's actually floating slightly further away, and that would be a jump to get across to. But that also has an airlock. There are two, one above another. So one floor, second floor. This lit area is much smaller than
Okay.
air.
So right, we'll head up to the ship then and see if we can see the dude still alive inside.
You get to the ship, the door is open, There's take a perception check on me. I'll tell you what you see.
10.
You get inside the ship and you've never been in an aerial ship before, and everything in here is you have. When?
When we recovered my life.
That was more like a compound. There wasn't particularly a ship.
So here it is.
Yeah, it's Iridescent, but you haven't been inside a ship before. So you've been in like their compounds and stuff. You roughly know sort of how the compounds, how the architecture is.
Okay.
But you've never been inside the particular ship before.
Okay.
Everything in here is, unlike the Iridescent place where everything kind of like feels earthy, feels very kind of organic. Being in here with like the atmosphere vented, it feels very dry, very kind of like very uninviting. Everything is very dark in here, and everything's very, very jagged, and you can tell there are some things that are broken. The controls, they're kind of like you can see areas where they're kind of like darker than the rest of it. They're darker than the rest of the resin, which has been literally custom built into this thing. This could be literally the guy who made it. He literally could have made this around the consoles. All the consoles are dead, but you do see in front of where you would assume like the pilot's seat is. They tend to just have a stool. They don't have like a back or anything because they can just like clock down on like six legs and they're happy to go. But you can see that there's a small blue flashing light sort of like just below where you would assume that kind of like a pilot seat is.
Is there any other areas of the ship that we could
No,
get to?
it's essentially everything in here is essentially the pilot's seats, the kind of consoles, and there's like kind of like a racking area at the back where there'll be like a cupboard.
Okay, well, if anyone's got any better ideas, just we press the blue button.
It's not a button, it's just the light.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Is there a button near the light?
I assume he's gone into one of these.
If you are going to investigate the lights, you can either take a communications or a knowledge check. You've used communications a lot in them recently. A knowledge check would just be kind of like your general idea of how things go together. Actually, you can take a check for that as well. You could take straight up knowledge or mechanical.
I'll take a knowledge check.
You can use either.
6.
A crit and a 6.
+4.
So a crit. With a crit, this will probably be like the equivalent of their black box. And if James hadn't fucked up sending communications, dealing with that, you reckon this is probably like the beacon, which would have been able to use communication to home in on this particular ship. What do you guys want to do now?
Is there any obvious signs of where he's gone?
Probably turn off the beacon if you
Or beacon stopped anyway?
No, it's still flashing.
I thought we lost communication.
Yeah, James fucked up.
Oh,
He
okay.
got a 5.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
In that case, is there an obvious way to turn it off? I mean,
There's
other
no
than
there's
like
no
an
off
angle
button.
launcher.
There's no off button, so to
Okay,
speak.
Fair enough. Looking around, can we see any signs of the Eolus planet?
No.
There's no way
Can
inside.
you
What
leave us
about
a
off
note?
the ship?
Off the ship, you kind of have. Well, you have exactly what I described. That's
Yeah.
what you see.
Well, he's not. There's no dead Eolus floating around inside the ship.
Correct.
I spoke to him recently, so he must be nearby. So I assume he's in the ship somewhere.
He's not in this ship.
No, I mean
no.
in the station somewhere.
Yes.
So
You can assume that should you
So
wish.
either light or air.
Yeah.
Which side do you reckon? There's a console down there. Do you want to go have a look at it? See if it's been accessed recently. Hasn't got the screensaver mode yet. Someone may have used it.
It might be in screensaver. No, you just know it has power. You didn't get close enough really to
You
check
go
it out.
up to it and there's just pipes going around.
You just play Bioshock. Or like the world's biggest game of Minesweeper is on there.
Is there anywhere in this what we can see, like oxygen refills or whatever?
You can check out the cupboard at the back. I mean, where you are in this particular area is very small. As I said, there's basically nothing here other than the kind of stool that he'd be sitting on, like the couple of panels, and the cupboard behind him.
Mhm.
That's kind of the extent of everything in this room.
I'm going to look in the cupboard.
Okay. You open the cupboard and rah. As you open the cupboard, like these things float out towards you. They're just like they head out towards you. Huh?
What things?
There are things. You find a couple of tack. No, we're not tack in the system. Or cowbrick. You find about half a dozen cowbrick that come and float out towards you. You find
Taxed.
tacks. Yoink. You find there are like a couple of tools. You're not entirely sure how they'd be used. They're definitely Irisk tools. like kind of like scrapers and cutters and like kind of like you think some sort of welding thing, but it's kind of irrealistic and a little bit odd.
Is it a straw?
A straw.
Guys, you've read the application.
There's definitely straws in there. I'm going to go with that one. And there's a couple of knives and whatnot in there. So you find a lot of odds, bits and pieces, but you don't find any handy oxygen refillers here.
On our suits, do we have the option to use to like change communication frequencies?
Yeah.
So can we use the same communication frequency we spoke to on before?
Sure.
I'm going to attempt that and be like, hello? We're on your ship, you're not here. Where are you?
Are you coming back soon?
We can hear you breathing.
You can't hear anything. You can't hear anything at all.
Okay, so
I
let's...
don't think he's in.
No, I think he may have just wandered off and not told us about it.
Well, you had a good idea about checking the console to see if it's been accessed recently.
Okay, so let's do that. Float towards the console.
Alright, I'm assuming you're taxing the tack, Calbrick. I'm so sorry.
No,
My brain is in
We've already
other
noted
world
the
at the moment.
X6 culprit.
Yes, excellent.
It's in
Alright,
my
so you're going to float your way towards the terminal?
Yeah.
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 Alright,
Terminal by air.
you see that there is indeed a console. And it's currently, let's say it's blue screen.
I'm gonna whack it.
Father, stop.
Twang! Oh no, you can't hear in space, so it doesn't really matter.
Goddamn Windows 98.
Father, stop twanging the screen. I get my little tablet,
PDA.
PDA,
Yes,
and hook myself up. See if I can.
I'm going to say there's probably some sort of interface that you could wiggle and manage your way into.
Yeah.
Go on then.
USB port.
Yeah,
And I see what I can
USB
find.
12 or something.
What can I find?
USB-Z. Listen, we've got to let
16.
16.
Yeah.
Alright, you plug yourself in, blue screen disappears, and it comes up with this kind of menu. Handily, it appears to be in... No, fuck it. No, it wouldn't be handily appearing in this at all, would it? No,
Is it
you
like
plug yourself in, you hack your way around military grade, like, security, and everything you see in front of you is Nitu.
Do you get like a scaly paper clip?
No, no you don't.
That's
Scaly
paper.
paperclick does not turn up.
I get,
I will
my,
eat you, how may I help?
I get my mobile phone out, get Google Translate on.
Right, you hold it across,
Very well
and you
Nitu.
flip the screen back over, and it says, does not compute.
Does anybody know Nitu?
Do we know any words in Nitu, like odd words?
Like open door.
Like, I don't know, like hello or anything like that, or any particular words. Like if you look at like a page of German, even though I don't speak it, I can still identify words.
Take an intelligence check. It's going to be really difficult because you don't actually speak Nitu. I can't
12.
translate an entire document for you.
12.
You can probably recognise like various words like security. You can probably recognise various words like I don't know. Give me some words. I'll tell you if you know them.
Wall.
No,
Fire.
no.
Am I able
Oh,
to-
fire! I'll let you have fire.
Okay.
Can't.
And
Oh.
hello, but
Door.
hello's not in this.
Door open.
No.
Am I able to tech use to try and see if I can get it to translate into English?
Or just look at the source.
You
code,
can
drag it across
try.
the
Or
language.
just send like
I can
machine
try.
code.
You can
open
try.
Yeah, I
Because
say,
the computer code won't be written in Nitu, it'll be
Yeah.
in computer code.
the source code. will
Yeah,
be in a
but
common
it's not.
language.
It's not really a common language. You're dealing with 5 different species who have different ways of computing. Even the Irrelisk have something different. It's source code, which seems obvious to us
Okay.
because we're human
While
and we
you're,
decided that's going to be
I'm
our
just
source
botched
code.
trying to get it into.
Yeah, basically you can't get past the fact that this is all in Nitu. I mean, given enough time, and I'm talking a lot of time, you could probably figure out what their source code is, but this isn't like the standard, hey, we've all become a big coalition of awesome, we've all adopted one way of thinking, one way of deciding this is how our computers work. This is military grade, Nitu encryption. You've just managed to hack your way through pretty much most of it, but the language itself is the big stumbling barrier for you.
Well, I've got a lockpick. I hold up the like remote bomb.
I think
No.
that might ruin the air conditioning.
Yeah, but it gets through this door. The interior door is probably less secure.
Okay, so this is technically an interior door because this is inside, would have been inside the station. So
Okay,
it's just like a
didn't-
general bulkhead type
Okay.
thing.
Have a lever
I
next to it.
guess.
Thank you very much. Yes, there is a manual way of opening this door.
Because we wouldn't have looked for that.
You just went to the freaking things. I can only describe one thing at once. I can't go, here's every single piece of information you may possibly want whilst looking at this place, because you said you were looking at the terminal, not the door, not
Well,
looking
I
at the
guess
area.
Can I guess? And
No,
press
no.
something that looks like open.
On a botch, you'll probably.
Oh, no.
What's the worst?
I haven't rolled yet.
PDA explodes.
You can like, alright, path,
What am I rolling?
nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, you
Okay.
You're just
You're not
randomly
doing any
pressing a button,
skills.
so-
There's no skill in it, you're just whacking something, and surprise, surprise, it goes back to blue screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Just sitting there going, I can't figure out how to hack in. I'm just like.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens.
Oh.
And yeah, you do that, and you hear like the airlock on the other side decompress. And then, yes, pretty much as soon as you want, you can open this door and walk in, shut it down behind you, and recompress. Yes, yeah, it's a proper airlock.
Say we open a door and it just goes.
No, this is a properly functioning airlock. You suspect, looking at the way this is built, this is why this section survived, because they have proper airlocks in various places. The area you were just in, for your information, being that this could be an interior and exterior one, it doesn't really matter. There's sections within the ship. This is a decompressed area, so it would at one point have been part of the main structure.
Cool.
Here we
Okay,
go.
right, so into the airlock.
Right, you're in the airlock. You went into air, right?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Alright, you guys are in the airlock. It has recompressed.
Cool.
Yay. Go through the next
Yeah,
door.
through the other door.
I assume you guys are going to turn off your oxygen need?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, as
On
soon
to,
as we've established there is definitely air in this section.
Yeah, there's definitely air. It's definitely
Yes,
air.
I'll-
It's breathable.
Cool. We'll turn it off and turn it into like recycle mode or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, regain mode. You harvest the oxygen.
Yeah.
You construct additional pylons and you have additional resources.
Cycle
How long do
Yeah.
you know until it will be ready for us to go back and start again?
You were probably just under half, and let's say you need about roll d6. Anyone? I don't give a fuck.
One.
You takes an hour.
That's good. Could have been 6
It could have been 6
Yeah.
hours. Yeah. It was literally just going to be the
Would've
dash
been
roll. Would have
really
been
shit.
hilarious.
My no
Um,
rolls do me well.
Yay! Right, so you guys, you can see a little bit into this corridor. It's not well lit, it is lit. There is light in here, clearly. You can see like the corridors, and you can see it's clearly, it's very square. It's probably the best way of putting it. I mean, everything is very regimented. It's almost like someone with OCD designed this place. Everything is like, each block is definitely boof, boof, boof. The doors are particularly boof on the
Roman
brakes,
roads.
boof on the brakes. It is, yeah. It's
An engineer's dream.
It is, yeah. I mean, clearly someone went to a lot of time to build this. This is very militaristic. This is very kind of like, it's this kind of very like Nietzsche
Typical
way
of
of
the
thinking.
Nietzsche style.
Yes, very typical
Dungeon
Nietzsche style.
keeper.
You can see a corridor go straight
about
forwards and ends probably within about 60 foot. I don't know. Whatever. And then you can see it also arched around to the right, but you can't see round there. You can only see straight forward.
I'm just gonna yell out, Creed!
You are currently still in the airlock. Oh no, you went through the airlock,
Oh,
didn't you?
right.
Through it.
Alright, so going in the airlock. You just hear echo down this corridor in both directions. Alright, if you've come out to the corridor, you can look down to the right, and again, it's about 60 foot. It's almost as if there are squares inside here, like literal like squares of like this is a block, boom. This is a block, boom. You get that feeling as soon as you walk in it. You look down, everything is like there's a corridor every 60 feet, every 60 feet, every 60 feet. A step straight ahead of you, it comes across clearly as a proper ass wall.
Okay. On the communications, now we're inside, listening to the same frequency. I'm going to basically just keep that frequency running
Okay.
quietly so I can hear if there's any communication.
Okay. You basically don't hear anything at the time.
Okay, I'm just going to leave it on in case he decides to communicate with us, but obviously
Okay.
not listening on this thing at the moment.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
But that he's
Left.
able to, get
You can go straight forward or right.
try and get some of these terminals in here so you can access
I guess the
security
closest thing
cameras.
to left is straightforward.
I try and see if I can hack into one of the security cameras.
Into a security camera.
Yeah. Into the system.
Okay. There's no obvious place to plug in because it's just the cameras like mounted over into each of the corners. You can see them like most of the corners. Like, some of them are clearly broken, some of them clearly don't work anymore. But I'm going to say, for the sake of brevity, the one straight above you does work.
Can I get into that and see if that hooks into the rest?
There's no like, hey, I'm a free port, plug into me, because all the wires are going into the wall. There's no like, I'm going to plug into this bullshit. You would need to.
I can make you an interface. Can I attempt to craft something and see if we can get
With
like,
what?
Well, the cables are in the wall, aren't they?
Yes.
So if we could just expose them and see if there's a port hidden in the wall.
Okay, yeah, you could definitely. You want to basically pop off some of the wall.
Yeah. Would that be a craft check?
I'm going to go with yes. What are you doing it with?
I've got my standard tool. I've got the cutting tool built into my EVA suit.
Okay.
So I was going to use that to like not over the wires up, but in like an area around it, just like cut off.
All right, so you want to spend like a bit of time like
Yeah.
using. I'm going to say you can do that. That's fine. What the rest are you doing? Because I'm going to say it's going to take you about 5 minutes. You're trying to cut through like the plates to get behind. To get basically, you're trying to do something very freaky danger. I'm going to let you do it, but it's going to take you some
Yeah.
time. So you about 5 minutes.
That's cool.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
You can go.
Yeah.
Just
Keep
going to
an
look
eye out.
up where there's one of the turnings
Okay.
and see if anything's down there.
So you're going to go for a wander.
Yeah.
You're going to wander forward or right?
Right.
All right. You turn right. You wander forward a bit. But the rest of you allowing this to happen? I'm just throwing this
I'm
out
gonna
there.
keep an eye on.
You're going to keep an eye on it for where you are.
But,
All right.
I mean, yeah, I'll keep close enough to assist.
Okay. You meander your way down
Go
there.
with
Take a
that.
perception check for me.
6.
With a 6. Ooh.
Not going to see much.
You hear lots of like echoing of your own footsteps, but you are aware that you can hear other movement. You can definitely hear other people moving around. They're not coming from within the block that you've just passed as you come to like the crossroads area. Obviously the one that would have gone out this way has basically been sealed off because, you know, there's nothing there anymore. Forward and left. You can see again more corridor, but you can definitely hear people moving around. There's no movement from the block that you've just passed. With the block ahead of you, there's definitely movement. There's definitely the sound of footfalls, but you're not sure how many, you're not sure what they are, you just know that there are some. What are you doing over there?
Yes, I'll walk back to the group.
Okay. What are you doing? Just do it.
It's opening food.
Why couldn't you guys do this before?
Well, we opened
Or in
most
the
of
break.
And now we're
it. We
running
haven't
out.
had a break.
We're about to.
I know, but
Let me get to a nice dramatic moment to have a break, and then can you have a snack?
I was waiting to get a nice dramatic moment and spoil it with a drink friend's fancy. You have your dramatic
Alright.
moment, I'll have my friend's fancy.
Okay, you meander back to the group, and you tell them.
There's probably someone around. I can hear footsteps.
I think we've made that assumption anyway.
Mhm.
There'll be other people there.
Okay.
But thanks, Barney.
I mean, close to us. Very close.
Is it around the corner?
Quite possibly.
Are they coming any closer?
I don't know. I've come back to you guys.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
That's
for that
amazing.
information.
Alright, so as you meander back and you give them back this information, there are in fact definitely people ahead of you. You don't know sure, you're not sure how many, you don't know if they're coming at you because you came back to tell them there were people in the area. Ennis, you have cut your way through this back panel
Awesome.
and you take the metal off the wall, you manage to jiggle it around like the wires and you dump it down to the ground. You're dumping it on the ground, are you placing it
Gently,
carefully?
but I'm not going to go like, oh, there are people nearby. Okay, bang! Oh, whoops.
As you place it on the ground, I need you three to make perception checks for me, please.
12.
12,
12.
12,
7.
and a 7. On a 7, you're too busy watching him. Like, yeah, maybe I can get. I don't know how the fuck you do it, but maybe you could get into that. You two are probably assessing what's going on with this. You're too busy moving the wall. You two on 12s, right?
Mm-hmm.
You two, because you've been trying to listen out for this and you're aware that there is movement in a particular place, you hear the opening of doors and you hear about 3 footfalls coming like towards this direction, coming out from that block that you saw. And then you
Change
hear
my stance to Overwatch.
To Overwatch.
Basically, as soon as they go to the range, you shoot them.
that's
Okay.
his plan. Alright, good to know. Alright, so yeah, essentially, as soon as you hear this movement, you hear about 3 footfalls moving. You probably can't get any more detail than that because it's pretty far away. The door that was in the middle of the block that you heard movement from opens inwards. No, fuck it, it slides. Why not? Fuck it, you know, it slides. And you see 2 Nitu and an Irilisk walking out into the corridor. The Irilisk is being carried by the 2 Nitu, and the Irilisk looks beaten up, punched up to hell, looks what you would assume bloody as fuck. And the two of you two are standing there and they look up and you just hear "Kss," and now we're going to take a break because I need to drink something and have something to eat.
But what's going to happen now?
Oh yes, okay, so now we're at proper interval time.
I'm coming
Karen,
round.
you're coming round. Okay,
Yes.
okay, I don't like it.
Hi guys. We've got a little.
How about you just look up there?
Yeah,
This is
they
really
can- they can
uncomfortable for
see
me.
you there anyway.
You just look straight into that camera. Head up,
Okay, we'll
head
do
up,
it
chin
that
up a little
way
bit. Perfect.
then. Okay, so what we've got next is an exclusive clip with an interview of the cast and the director of the Betrayed film that I keep yabbering on about. So enjoy.
Woo!
I'm Ewan Gorman, I'm the director of Betrayed.
My name is Stephen Butler and I play Sam, who is Isabel's father.
My name is Caitlin Cameron and I'll be playing Isabel.
I'm Jasmine McIntosh and I'm going to be playing Sophie.
Sam is a very wearied man. He's been looking after his daughter who has a gift. He is trying to protect her because there are many people who want to exploit this gift, and that's taken quite a strain on his life.
I think it's really rare to find a character that's being protected and trying to protect themselves but still doesn't fully understand themselves. So to find a character that's finding themselves is quite an exciting opportunity to have, definitely.
So my character, she's 21. I kind of feel like she's always lived her life in the shadow of her sister. He's had this, great gift, and I think she's always held it against her and always had like a bitterness about that relationship. Also, her sister is really close with her dad, and I think she's always been jealous of that relationship. And I think throughout the script, she's actually trying to, kind of get some revenge on that.
As far as projects I've been involved in before, I've done numerous short films and recently directed a feature film which I wrote as well, called Young Hunters, and there's another feature film in the offing which is a Brighton thriller. So it's nice to get back into the swing of directing and working with good actors again.
So what I'm really hoping to get across within the part is a genuine feeling of a father who really does care about his child above his own concerns. What I hope for the whole film is that Jay and the rest of his team get a product that they really care about and that they're really proud about. Because when you're making art and stuff like that, it's very easy to get caught up with other things that don't really matter. And in this case, I think we've got an excellent script and a lovely cast. And I just think if we can stick together and just get the best result we possibly can for the whole production team, that would be awesome.
This is going to be the first kind of on-screen work that I've done since I left drama school. So I'm just kind of hoping to get a bit of experience around people in this kind of like area of the industry, and hoping to get a few bits to send over towards agents and bits towards a show reel.
I'm very pleased to be involved in the project, and we've just done our first script reading, and it's really good to hear it, and I think that it will make a good short film if we do it justice. And the way the script reads is that it seems like a scene from a longer piece, which I know is the intention, that it is a promo for a longer film. So that I find that exciting.
I hope that the film, I think that people are going to be interested in it because I think it's a good story, and I hope that people will watch it, people will be intrigued by it. I hope we get to make the feature because I think the feature is going to be really good, and that we'll still all be involved because I think we have a really good cast here.
Hey, we're back! Woo! That was a fantastic thing we just witnessed. Betrayal, that's the one. Nailed it. Okay, so back to where we were. There are two Nitu at the end of your corridor. They are holding a beaten, bloody, you would assume bloody, Irilisk between them.
Oh my goodness.
The Irilisk is... You guys have seen Irilisk before. This Irilisk stands out because his carapace is kind of like a very dark blood red. Which is unusual, and you've probably never seen... No, I'm going to go out on a limb. You've never seen an Irilisk this colour before. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Irilisk are essentially kind of think cockroaches with an upright thorax, and you're probably in the right area, give or take. That's what you're going to be thinking about. Need to have, there's a special name for it, but they actually have a patch of skin that goes from the front of their thing all across like a hood. Think, I want to say Kardashians, but I don't think they are.
The ones with the ridges on their head.
Yeah, no, Kardashians. I was right. I just get confused with the ones who I...
I was thinking of the Kardashians.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm trying not to trip over my words.
We're on Deep Space Nine. You may have
fucking Disney. Essentially they're much like that, except they're kind of like more flesh coloured and the such like. And they also have 3 spines, just as a throwaway thing. So yeah, you're having like two of the Nitu, the kind of Kardashian things, and you have essentially a big cockroach with an upright section.
Cool. Well, I guess as I'm in Overwatch, I take a shot.
Go for it.
I need to.
Can I, while he's doing it, can I just for a free action take a shot? I'm going to shout, drop the bug at them.
Sure.
The trade.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah, well I'm going to do it anyway. He's obviously shooting them at the same time, but
that's
I'm
fine.
shouting this anyway.
Yep, you're shooting, you said you shot.
Yeah, I'll go.
My goodness, what happened to him?
I'm doing this.
Maybe there is.
I don't know. I mean, that is a 14.
Oh, Jesus wept.
I'm pretty good with my gun now.
Yes, which one, left or right? Lefty or righty?
Lefty.
Lefty. How much damage do you do to lefty?
I do 8 plus 10, I think.
Ooh.
I do 12.
Holy crap. Right, you pull out your gun and you're like, fuck this shit. You pull the trigger and the left one, like, you take him square in the chest. Like, just like, boom, centre mass. And he just like... pulls his hands away, letting go of the prisoner, and you see his hands are covered in blood, and he just topples to the floor.
Well, I wasn't going to do this, but I suppose I'll have to take the other one out.
Okay.
Bam! That's 12.
I'm going to say yes, because it's funny.
Plus
Go for some damage, man. Go for some damage.
And that's 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you how I think how this works. So these two like Nitu guards, they walk out carrying this bug between them, like struggling to get this huge like red entity like between them, and they sort of shuffle around. They look up. They see like the father and Quinn just holding. Are you holding a pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both holding pistols at these creatures, and it's go almost in friggin' unison. You two turn around and see them go paff. You see both Nitu identically, just like huh. And then hit the deck, and the Irilisk is like standing between them, like.
I got my gun trained on him, and so and I want to shout out. Oh, what's his name?
Krita.
Krita?
It just nods and then
Gun away.
collapses to the floor.
Okay, we'll rush.
Go and grab the bug.
Yeah,
I'll
put my
get
gun
my-
away
I'll
and
get my-
go down and pick him up.
I
Alright,
guess I'll stop trying to hack into the security cameras. I was almost
Duh, it's okay. Alright, so they need to, when you get arrived there, they're definitely dead. Almost identically, like, how they die is almost identical. The blood loss is almost identical. One would love to call them twins, but they're not.
Mine's very precise hole. He's got a hand cannon.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Probably got a massive,
Yeah, it's fucking great. Like, it starts with a small one, and he's like blowing the back out or something. Yeah, so it was pretty brutal deaths for both of them. And you get to the Irilisk, and the Irilisk is on the ground. And he's breathing heavily, and he's bleeding this kind of like thickish black goo. He doesn't look too happy, but he is still alive. You can do a medic check. I'm going to say it's quite difficult unless you can try and convince me. You can't convince me that you would have any knowledge of Irilisk.
Go. Botch.
I botched.
Stick your finger in it.
Stick it and wiggle it around. Oh,
So far as you're aware, this black stuff is probably some sort of poison. that is being excreted by his
Try
body.
and suck it out.
You're pretty sure you read somewhere once or heard something that, you know, when Irrelus get poisoned, they jettison it as like a thick black goo. You're pretty sure that's what you remember, and this is what this guy is going through.
Sounds
It's more
about right.
likely it's his blood.
It's fine. We'll just let it extract itself from him. Ignore it. Don't worry.
And
Should we
you
take
guys
off
are seeing
the
it. It's like.
I'm literally just going to point blank at, is that blood?
No, it's poison.
Okay.
He's nodding.
I grab like a cloth or something, so try and put a bit of pressure on it.
Thank you.
Oh.
Screw guessing.
Is this blood? Yes.
I tried.
What do you guys want to do now?
So
Let's get him back to the ship then.
yeah, I'm guessing that he can't go out in space the way he is. Hasn't got a suit.
It doesn't have a suit, no.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get back towards like the edge of the ship and dock, the old-fashioned way. So can we tell roughly from the direction we came in which way it would be to get back to the ship, or back to the dock where the
Wait.
ships are?
Question though. If
Yeah,
we
yeah. You'd have to go through. You're basically on the other side of air, so you have to walk all the way through air to get to where those other ships are.
Okay.
If we just came through an airlock though, can we not just dock with the airlock that we just came through?
Sort of like
It would-
It's between like bits of a ship. So we think like on a submarine or ship, they have like waterproof doors which stop the ship flooding if it breaks open. That's what that is. It's just to stop all decompressing.
Yeah, it's
like, so you
essentially.
couldn't dock with it because it's like
Imagine-
inside the ship.
Imagine like an office block with a bunch of different rooms next to it. One of those walls has been blown out,
Okay.
so getting a ship in there, your ship is a bit too big to fit in there.
If you were to
It's
use
literally
it,
as
you
if
could
a
jump
room
out
is been
into it,
exposed.
but because this guy doesn't, he'd die if he attempted to do that.
Okay.
Can you Can you do a medic check for me, please?
That's not too bad, right? 6. I'm not doing
What's your
anything
skill in
complicated.
medic? What is your skill in medic?
Well,
Do you have a
my
skill in
intellect.
medic?
No.
You don't have anything tagged.
No.
Alright, roll a d4 for me.
4.
Alright, fucking excellent. Alright, you stuff this rag in there, and
Just do poking a little bit.
you can see he's lifting one of his arms, and you think, oh, like, so you help him to lift his arm up, and he basically just ends up spitting on his hand, like, over and over and over, and you can see this, like, thick goo, and he puts it over the wound, and removes the rag, and it's probably, like, a couple of minutes later, and you hold his arm there, you kind of get the feeling you know what he's doing, and he removes his hand, and basically he's created, like a self-patch over the wound, so it's kind of holding, basically stopping the blood from spraying out. You're pretty sure it's not going to be good, but it means he's not dying right now.
Some sort of clotting agent.
Yes, to a degree, yes. He's basically making the scab.
So this thing, it's got basically like an exoskeleton, isn't it?
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
So how well do they? I'll speak to the treasure. Can you survive in a vacuum for a couple of seconds?
Shakes his head. For a few seconds. Well, anyone can survive in vacuum for 15 seconds.
So the easiest way.
Well,
out,
actually, you can survive for like 9 seconds and then you pass out.
It's not very comfortable.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
wouldn't be
very
pleasant.
So we've got the choice. We can either take you through all these guys to their dock, try and get rid of their ships and get our ship to land, or we can bail out through this airlock, get our ship to come around and pick us up, but we will involve being in space for about 15-20 seconds.
We asked him whether he's actually got any type of suit that he can wear, similar to what we wear.
If you've got one on your ship, we can go get it for you.
Where is
You
it?
didn't see one on the
That's
ship.
what I'm asking if
I'm
he's got one.
assuming you got in here somehow, so where's the seat?
He nods and he waves one of his arms. He's clearly just too exhausted to even attempt to haul back to you. So he points his arm back through the door where you've come through. The door's already still shut, sort of thing.
Well, we can go get it back.
Is it raining?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, so he indicates through the door.
Okay. I've got my grenade launcher. I'd probably best go first because if I need to shoot, we don't want anyone else in the way.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna change the grenade in mine to a flashbang instead of a.
Oh
Sorry,
God!
grenade.
Thank God for that. Yes.
Blast
Yes.
out, they're gonna get sucked
Yes.
out into space.
I'm so much happier with that. I don't feel like you're instantly gonna die.
And that's the end of the crew.
And that was the end of this campaign. I don't have any. Well, Mac's adventures will continue alone on the drum bucket. Okay. Right. You can switch them out for a flashbang. That's fine.
Okay, I'll do that and I'll go first because then I can fire a flashbang. Just get ready. If I shout like cover, just cover your eyes.
Alright, so can I get a marching order? Who's going, who's not going? Is anyone hanging about? You're clearly going.
I'll stay with the Irilisk.
You stay with the Irilisk?
I'll go.
You're going to go? What are you going to do? You going with?
I'll go with them.
You're going to go with them. So 3 of you are going to go, you're going to stay behind
Do you
with the
have
Irilisk.
something to defend yourself with?
I have 3 weapons. I have my unicorn, I have the motherfucker, and I also have the big mama.
Okay. Right then.
The Irilisk, you're aware that well, to be fair, you're probably aware, you can see it. His forearms are very sharp, as if he's like growing shit and then basically just sanded it down and made it very, very sharp, so he could use that as a slicing weapon should he need to.
Okay.
That was fucking huge, just to give you an idea. Just gigantic.
Iris warrior.
Yes, you're not not sure what kind of Irilisk warrior, but no. To be fair, you know there are different types of Irilisk.
Yeah.
You're aware that there's a queen, and you're aware that there's some sort of artisan, and you're aware that there is like.
E2 took out an Iris warrior.
You don't know. You don't know. You can assume what you wish. So the 3 of you going, you're staying back with Krita, and you 3 are going to go. Right, door slides open basically almost as soon as.
Close the door.
It's up to you. I don't really care.
I don't think there's rain coming in.
Actually, you can probably just close it so it's a little ajar,
Yeah.
just so that we get the air through, but not allow all the rain into the floor.
Yeah, that's
Would it be
what,
nice?
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I really need to get a map.
Well, I'll get that tomorrow. Because swing to DQ like that. Get that.
Yeah, I want a nerd mat. It's got to be cool. Anyway, that's besides the
Replace
point.
Matt later.
It's besides the point. I want a cool one. Anyone send me a cool mat? I'll be really happy
I
with
know
that.
a really cool one for you actually. I think you can get it in IKEA.
I'm not going to IKEA, man.
Well, if
Yeah.
anyone wants to send us like an awesome nerd mat to go in our like nerd bit, hey.
That would be amazing, but off the point for right now. Okay, so right, you guys have gone into this room. The door slides shut behind you. Automated bullshit. In this room, there are a bunch of desks, a bunch of chairs around it. There's clearly some like thrown away like information pad type things. One might call them an iPad, but it's entirely up to you. I call them information pads because that's what they are. Pads with information on it. They're kind of scattered everywhere, and you can see like some implements, and there are some lights in this room. And ahead of you, there is another door. On to the right hand side, there's another door.
Is there any trails of blood on the floor? Because there's have holes in them.
Definitely. So there's a trail of blood from the door, which you've just come through, straight to the opposite door.
Okay, I guess we'll follow the trail of blood until we find a suit.
Right. So as you walk to the next one, the door's open, and in front of you there is boxes like haphazardly thrown into corners and stuff. Some of them are overflowing with like various types of goods, like clothing goods, or some of them are basically just big ass ammo belts. Some of them are just gun crates. Some of them are filled with to the brim with tack. Some of them are filled to the brim with like the weird substance that they need to it, the kind of the brick things, the meat cubes.
Yeah.
And some fake version of meat cubes. In the corner you can see like on the corner right next to you on the right hand side, you can see that there are a couple of little cages, and there are a couple of like live animals running around inside that. In the very centre you can just see where the source of all this blood has basically just kind of really started. Yeah, there's it's moth. Yeah, creatures fly around in here all the time. You see this as a stag beetle. It was incredible. In the centre of this room you can see where all this blood has been. And it's clearly that kind of thick black gooish colour that was there before, but very thin and very spread out. And also in here, you can't avoid but noticing there are 4 Nitu.
Cool.
All of which turn around and look at you.
Cover! I've got a fire grenade to the middle of them.
We'll cover our eyes.
Alright, take a... I'm going to say that you guys are probably fully aware that this is going to be something to do. Close your eyes, cover it, whatever. What are you yelling this in?
Human, yeah.
It's going to be in English. Excellent, wonderful. That's even better. Alright, you
It's like, what?
take up. Where are you aiming this flashbang?
I
Just as
assume
an
they're
idea.
in a group who said this forward.
You want it directly in front
Basically,
of them.
I assume they turn to look at me. So
Yeah, I'm going to say they've all turned to look at you. They're probably in the corner opposite you, so not ahead, not to the right where the dead
So I want it to be
animals are.
between
But
us because they're looking
yeah,
at
that's
us,
fine.
so-
You could probably
yeah,
aim
they're
it
looking
directly in the middle of the room, and they
Yeah, I'll
will
do that.
definitely see it.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
close
do
to
that.
that.
Okay. That's
Wasn't a botch, that's the main thing.
You didn't blow up. Yeah, you perfectly aim this crap. You shoot. You close your eyes because you know what's coming, and this big flash of bright light goes off. You can see it even through, like the 3 of you can see it through your closed eyes.
Okay.
And you see how many of these people are not stupid.
How many of them speak English?
It doesn't matter. Well, that's a good point. Thank you for giving that to me.
Also, how many of them can react that quickly to someone walking in the room? Because you wouldn't normally expect someone
Yeah,
to
but
walk
you
in
just
the
walk in, yell, "Surprise, motherfuckers!" and then shoot something out of a grenade. That is probably about 3 or 4 seconds. There is time to close your eyes in that.
Sure. But it depends if you would. If you saw a bunch of armed people coming into a room, would you close your eyes?
Actually, to be fair, if someone's going to punch you in the face, you close your eyes.
Yeah, but...
This is the conversation we were having with Thirsty in the hospital about closing your eyes, making... Actually, you probably weren't there.
They see a grenade launcher being raised. Their
Yeah.
initial reaction will be like,
Yeah, most people's reaction when you go to punch them is to close their eyes.
cover their face.
Yeah. And in fact, one of them does because he crit. And fuck you! One of them literally, but as you open your eyes again, you can see 3 of them stumbling around like, oh! And you can see like one of them is like looking around like instantly. And he pulls out his gun and he fires at you.
Okay.
I don't know why I bothered putting my box away. I knew I was going to fire.
Yeah.
I actually knew it. It's like he saved. He's going to shoot at you.
Brings it.
So he rolled an 11. You're standing in the doorway with a great big grenade launcher, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, there's no way he's going to miss. He pulls out his gun around his mates and he fires and he takes you in the leg.
It's the first time being shot by someone, isn't my friend?
Yep. This is historical moments, boys and girls.
I would point out it's not the first time I've been shot.
For 4 damage, you were very lucky. You rolled a 1.
And I take my armour and my endurance off.
You take your armour off, yeah.
And my endurance?
I don't remember. It should be written on your sheet.
Normally do, yeah.
That's not written on the
It's
sheet.
It's not written on the sheet, no. The attacking is, defending isn't.
Alright, for now we'll say yes, because
Cool.
I'm feeling
I
generous.
take a point of damage.
Yes, even if you negate the damage down to 0 or minus, you still take at least 1 damage. Them's the rules, because you still just got hit by a
Yeah,
projectile.
fine. Just guess it kind of like
Yep.
bounced or
I'm
like
going to
broke
take
my leg.
exception to this situation
Okay.
and fire back at.
When this is currently standing in the doorway, he's basically blocking your view of most things. And he has a great big fucking huge like grenade
I'm
launcher on his
pushing out the
shoulder.
way.
Well, I stepped into the room.
Yeah, you
I
stepped
wouldn't
into the
be
room and
blocking anyone
fired.
else. Yeah, I'm stepping into the room and firing.
Yeah, but you're still kind
when I
of
shout
in the
cover,
doorway.
I was literally shouting cover as I fired because I'd already told people I was going to
Yeah,
do it.
but it's so you were kind of in the doorway, moved in. So
Yeah.
you're basically kind of blocking most at this particular. You can knock him away. That's not a problem.
Say,
I'm
we're
going to say
both
that's.
probably going to move forward at the same time, so 2 of us. Like,
Yeah, you
basically shouldering
between
him
you,
out
you
the way.
both. I'll go with that. You
Just
two
knocking
basically
the face out.
shoulder
Yeah.
I
barge.
did just get
And it's
shot
out
in
the
the
way.
leg. I probably would have fallen over.
Yeah.
Just because you got shot doesn't mean you fall over.
No,
But yes,
Well, you will now.
you will now. You've just been shot, and your mates just like shoulder barge you out the way. What did you get?
I got an almighty 21.
You crit.
Holy fuck!
Does
All right.
anyone like the
Is that an
I
accident
think
down?
I hit.
All right. So you pull out your weapon, and you. No, I've got a way better, the way cooler idea of this. All right. So you pull out your weapon. You assess the situation after I'm going to say Quinn has shoulder barged thing out the way, and as he's like going down, he really has gone down. They've ducked enough for you to assess the situation in like cool, calm manner that you are. You pull out one-handed and you aim at like one of the cages. You're like, fuck this shit. You pull the trigger and the bullet hits the thing and ka-ting, ka-ting, and you realise that 2 of them have dropped to the ground as they've taken like a shot straight to the neck and the other one takes a shot straight through the chest. The one with the blood just basically go and it's just covering everything and it's running around like and blood is flying up because you're here. There's blood shooting up from both sides of your neck, just like flying in all directions, and eventually it topples to the ground. The other one that's been taken in the chest is kind of like backs up and like falls against one of the weapons, and as he falls down his gun fires into the air and basically like more bullets like get strewn around fucking everywhere and there's blood everywhere, but you have taken out 2 of your enemies
It's pretty epic.
in the coolest, calmest manner. I'm like, pass, pa bang, yeah! I hate you being here. What do you want to do? You shoulder barged Ennis out of the way. He's now on the ground.
I was going to basically return fire. Did he kill the guy that
He
shot
killed
Ennis?
2. No, the guy that shot Ennis is still alive.
Oh, he's the guy I'm going to shoot at. Then.
Okay.
He's not stumbling everywhere.
No. He's actually taken cover a little bit behind like one of these kind of boxes that are in the film. So he's got a bit of cover. Just to give you a heads up on
But
that.
his head is still showing.
Yeah, his head is still showing because he's actually got his gun propped up over the side.
Oh, it's good. 17.
Roll some damage. Fuck me. When I saw it roll on, I was like, oh.
That's 14.
All right. You take him
We are black ops.
as he's doing this, and he's got his gun positioned. You see him shuffle a little bit, and as he does that shuffle, you take him like directly square straight in like one of the nostril holes that he has. It just go, and you just see this brain just go, and then he just dump. Fuck me. All right, last guy who is stumbling around in blindness. He is like ting ting ting, boom boom. He's like drops his weapon, arms in the air, and he still can't see. He's basically blinded by your round.
Yeah. Well, I say in trade, do you understand us?
Yes. Please don't kill me. My wife should be very angry.
She'd be very angry.
Yeah.
How many people are on the station?
Nearby.
There are 15 in my band. Others cannot say for sure.
How many are between here and your ships?
At least the 20 from my band. Cannot say for the others.
Okay.
Other groups, other bands, other pirates.
In English, I'll say like, we should probably just time off and leave. Or actually, we could execute. You guys ready? We won't tell them.
I shoot him in the face.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say it's a coup de grace. The dude can't really see as he's coming to, and you see him blinking, and you see him blinking the moisture out of his eyes. So far as he's aware, he just sees like the barrel of a gun stand there. He's like, guys. You basically blow his face away.
So I'd rather not kill him, but we weren't told to leave no traces.
He's dead. He's toasted. He's gone. So you've killed the 4 Nitu in this room.
Hurrah.
And can we see the suit?
Yes.
Is it covered
I'm gonna
in
say
blood?
like after about 5-6 minutes you can find it. It's kind of like in one of the boxes that you found, but hunting around, yes, you can find it. It's
Cool.
in here.
Is it obviously damaged? How many tears or holes in it?
Take a perception check for me.
That would be a 5.
No, you think it's perfectly fine.
Can I look at it?
Sure.
Oh, that was a 6. So 9.
You notice that there is a very tiny cut around one of the shoulder areas. It's clearly like it's taken some damage, and most of it's surface damage, but you definitely can see, if you put your hands on the underside, you can definitely see your flesh through this. It's not a big hole, but it is there.
Can I do a quick patch job on it using like some of the other suits and things laying around the room?
Anyone got a needle?
There aren't really any other Iridesque suits around here.
No,
Are you
just
trying to
any-
patch it
anything,
with
just like spray foam, anything we can use? to-
spray foam?
There must be like a quick.
Take an
can
intelligence
see.
check for me.
Okay. Crit.
With an intelligence check of a crit, you can pretty much work out that, hang on a minute, if he can patch his own wounds, he could probably cover this
Oh,
too.
yeah, fine.
He is basically a walk-in resin machine.
Oh, useful hat. I wanted to keep them.
It is entirely up to you
I
guys.
install him in the ship.
He can install it himself. He makes resin.
He can make his own chair, motherfuckers.
Okay, yeah. So we'll bring the suit back to the.
Alright, I need 3 of you to make perception checks for me.
No, I botched.
10.
You're too busy thinking how clever you are. You're like, yeah. Oh, you got this? What'd you
Before
get?
we leave, I'm going to reload my gun with a
Yes,
flashbang.
You got a 10 and 11. You guys can hear a lot more movement running towards your direction. Before we continue this potential conflict, I'm going to cut across to Lola.
Ow.
Hello. So, Krita is basically sitting there, mostly unconscious, kind of drifting in and out. I need you to make a perception check for me, please. Krita is currently like laying up against a wall. Propped up against a wall, isn't laying against a wall, that'd be stupid. 11. Where are you looking?
All around.
Pick a direction at this particular moment.
Well, I'm assuming my back is to the door.
It's up to you, you can be wherever you wish. Krita is laying with his back propped up against the wall opposite the door that these guys have just gone through. It's entirely up to you, but I need to know, in this particular moment, say 3 seconds after these guys go through the door and it closes, where are you looking?
Okay, I will be sitting beside him, basically looking forward where the door is, but I can see.
Yeah, you can see her at branched off and inside.
Yeah.
You see a person. You see the shadow of a person from like the left-hand corridor.
Okay, I get my big mama gun out.
And you hear a voice, and it says, "I'm pretty sure you don't need that gun right now. Put it away."
Give me a reason to.
Because I could shoot that security camera over there, and I could get it to bounce off of that handy piece of metal that's going on the ground and shoot you in the face.
Do I recognise the voice?
You do.
I put the gun. It was the Raven.
And yes, a figure walks around the corner. Take a perception check for me. 8. Just like before, you can't really... He's wearing this kind of like hooded thing, and he's wearing black. He's not wearing black. He's wearing dark green, and he's got... I have to try and remember. 4 black bands on one arm. And he's obviously just like dark greens. And he walks over to you. His head is shrouded. He's got a hood on, and he's got a bandana across the bottom of his mouth. You basically can't see his eyes very well. He's very well covered over in this kind of like dimly-ish lit corridor. And he comes to like kneel down next to you, and he looks at the Irilisk and says, "So what are you doing here?"
Job?
What kind of job?
Rescue mission.
Rescue mission, Interesting. So, Gertie, tell me about her.
I thought we talked about her.
I think you can.
Good evasion. I'm not supposed to talk about my boss.
She's right.
Alright.
You don't have to answer, he's just implying that you should.
She's a lovely lady.
So a good, honest person to work for.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Fitzroys?
Not so good.
How do you mean? I'm essentially deciding whether to take a contract with them, and I like to know the people who are hiring me.
Basically, from what I know, they're basically like the mafia bad guys.
Do you trust them?
No,
But you trust Gertie?
I do.
Interesting. Well, and he stands up, and you see that as he's been working, he's actually been helping the Nitu just kind of like put things in place, and he seems to be helping him to patch up a little bit. Sorry, Irilisk, my bad. It's a long night. I should have peed like 20 minutes ago. It's too late now. Things aren't staying well too in the brain. You see that he's been helping out the Irilisk to recover, and he looks down at you again. You can't really see his face. He's looking down at you, but you can't really see his face. You can't really puzzle out what's going on, and he looks down at you and he says, "I would recommend that when you are..." He looks down at the Irilisk again, looks back at you. "When you are on tech, be cautious not to leave any evidence of yourself behind.
Yeah.
Or the complete lack of Mac behind."
Complete lack of Mac.
I'm aware that Mac isn't with you. I'm just saying, be cautious. People might notice. People like me might notice that Mac isn't there. Good luck. And he walks away. He turns the corridor. His shadow disappears.
Or does the corridor turn in?
It's all me Russia! Corridor turns Raven!
And as he's gone, I go,
I think you just convinced him not to shoot you in the face.
I think so. Thank God.
Alright.
If you'd gone, the Fitzroys are really trustworthy, you go, alright.
That's when you hear bang! The familiar sound of a flashbang. Then you hear bang, ting ting, boom!
Oh, good.
And then
What was the boom?
boom, because that was your shot, and then the second shot that you fired.
My shot silence.
You silenced?
Yes.
Oh. Alright, then you hear fuck all. Alright, okay. Okay, you've got that. Then you hear fuck all. You hear bang, ting ting! And that's it. That's what you hear.
Okay.
I have a silence gun.
Cool.
Alright, back to you three. Yes, you hear the sounds of many footsteps running towards you.
Is there an airlock between her and us?
No. This is all internal.
Can
What are you trying to do?
Where these things are coming towards us, can we get back to her, or are they between us?
Alright, so they're coming from in front of you and to the right.
And where's she?
Behind you, because you went forward in the
Okay,
room you
so
just
they're
came
coming
from.
through this way then?
Yeah, they're coming directly at
Okay,
you and
so-
from the right of you.
So you could just come back
Yeah.
through, yeah.
So I've got a series of bombs here. Could I say that one of them is basically like got a tripwire on it?
You didn't make a tripwire.
You have
Yeah, I'm
detonation
going over that,
packs,
yeah.
I've just got a list of like, I've just made bombs.
so You have ones
Yeah.
that you can press buttons on, right? You specify
You have
that.
remotes, yeah. You have remote detonators. I
Yeah.
gave you a couple.
So one of these bombs, could I say it's like a bomb that's like, got like a button to activate it?
Yes.
And if it was depressed, it wouldn't go off until you took your finger off the button.
Yes.
Cool.
Are you going for a dead man switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, but like put a box on it in the doorway, so when people rush after us, they'll keep the box out of the way. Bomb will
Perfect.
go off.
That is so genius. I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's unbelievable. That's great. All right. So yeah, you basically like fucking run, and you put this box down. You put your trigger underneath it, so it's just resting on the button,
Yeah.
and you put it perfectly. Fucking knee high. You find the perfect box. You put it on the button. You set the bomb where?
In the doorway, so when someone chases, they're going to kick it out the way.
No. So the box is on the trigger. That's
Yeah.
what they're going to knock into to activate your bomb. Where's
Yeah.
your bomb?
That was.
Oh, the button is on the
that was
bomb.
the bomb. Well, it would make sense.
You put the button for explosive on your bomb. How'd you
Well,
run away?
All right, fine. I'll put it somewhere else then. I'll put the bomb I'll put it in one of the boxes
Needs to be
more
a few
in the
feet
middle of
back.
the room. So they're
Yeah, I'm
basically-
just thinking it's like if you press a button
Yeah, so I'll put
on
it
the
more-
bomb, you're gonna die.
Yeah, so I'll put the bomb in the actual in a box in the middle of the room, so it can't be seen.
That's fine. Yeah, that's
And
perfect.
then so that more of them hopefully will be there. So when the first one kicks
Yeah,
off,
to be fair, when the first one kicks it down, you're going to blow this room apart.
Yeah.
Alright, you set this up. You probably reckon you've got about 20 seconds. What do you guys do?
Run.
Well,
You
you've
guys are
al-
running already?
You've already got the suit, haven't you? So you're running off to help him
Yeah.
into it. As soon as I finish this, I'm running off.
Alright, okay, so you're probably about, I'm going to say you're about 10 seconds
Are there
behind
any
them.
like
We can go-
small interior doors between us or not?
Yes.
Well, we
Like,
can get-
There's
I'll
there's
close-
literally two.
as I go through.
as
I'm
you walk
closing
through
the
them, they'll
interior
close.
doors. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Is
so
there
we
like a
can,
lock button on them or anything? A big red button next to us?
Not really,
In that
no.
case, I'll leave it.
Not
If it was
really.
obvious, I'd do it, but no, I'll just keep running.
I'm back into battle. Fuck
Actually,
it, let's go
the
battle.
last one, so I'll run past the first one and into the second one. Can I see the rest of the guys from there?
Huh?
So you said there's two interior doors.
Yes.
I'll run through the first one, through
Yes.
the second one. Can I see everyone else?
If
from
you're
the
through the
top?
second one, you're basically with the Irilisk.
Okay, cool.
With
So
us.
I've got the little welding torch there. Can I use
Yeah.
that to try and seal the door?
It's
Just
a cutting torch.
It's a
not
cutting
welding
torch,
Oh,
not a
cutting
welding
torch.
torch, yeah. You
Can
would
I-
cut through it, you wouldn't
Okay.
braze it closed.
I was wondering if there's any way I could try and disable it. Can I try and screw with the mechanism to try and stop it opening?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Well,
I mean,
I've
you
got-
can try,
You
yeah.
guys are trying to get this Irilisk into the suit. I'm not going to be doing anything during that time, so I could just be doing what I can to sabotage the door quickly. It might give us a few more
We'll
seconds.
probably get him in a
You
suit
would
in
probably be
airlock.
well aware that actually sabotaging the electrical system would be quicker and easier than mechanical, because the mechanical stuff is contained within the wall.
Okay.
You'd have to
Okay,
break the wall apart to stop the mechanical from doing it. You'd
Find
be
the
much better to
electrics.
like fry it, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Find the electrics. Get your torch thing and go.
You can do that? Okay, that's what I'm going to say you're going to be doing. So you're about 10 seconds behind these guys, you run through, you basically have the door shut behind you, you're like, holy shit, these people coming, you hear gunfire, you hear much more footsteps, the Irilisk is like, what? And you guys like, get in the suit, like, what?
Oh, also, we should really call for this company as well.
Yeah, alright, it doesn't matter. So this is used to helping the dude into the suit. You're
Okay.
sabotaging.
Yeah.
It's about 10 seconds on this side of the door. Are you doing anything? These people have just come running like, rah! Also, the Raven just almost literally just walked around the corner.
I'm just sitting there hyperventilating.
Okay, you're going to sit there and panic. That is a
I'm
perfect
going to
character
shout,
choice.
like, as I'm doing this, I'm going to shout, someone will call for a lift.
Bang! As soon as you say that, there is a huge explosion, and you guys feel this like entire chamber just like rock that you're completely in. And yeah, there's a huge explosion, and you hear debris going. The lights above you flicker, and then finally go out, and you're pitch blackness. It suddenly becomes very cold, and the kind of like the fake anti-gravity stuff, like the shaft system, basically begins to fail, and you begin to like bounce off a little bit, and then it gets suddenly pulled back down. Basically, everything around you is fluctuating. You have definitely disabled the door now because you're whoa! This door is not opening from this side. There may be nothing on the other side, but you're aware of that. What do you guys want to do now?
Activate MacLeod.
Lift, please. I'm going
Mag
to
boots,
call,
mag
I'm gonna
boots.
call through to the ship.
You're going to very calm, like, yeah, like a lift.
Drag
Yeah.
the Irilisk through to the airlock.
You hear James on the other side, like, what the fuck was that?
That was a small going away present.
Right. Keep your comms open. We're going to find you, Keith. And then the line goes dead as they have a conversation about how the fuck they're going to find you and basically panic.
I assume I can like tell them where the nearest ship
As soon as you
was.
keep it on, they'll find you. They're going to come to you.
Cool. So yeah, we'll get into the airlift.
Alright, so the Irilisk is quite a big thing and he is struggling to maintain consciousness. He's much better than he was, but he's still very much struggling and he's very feeble, so you pretty much have to...
Do you still have any Hulk out?
Yes.
You can have this serious discussion, that's fine. He's just struggling to get into the suit, you're helping him
Might
every way
wake
you
him up a
can.
little bit.
Might also kind of.
Kill him.
It could send him into a rampage, but we're
I'll
not getting him anywhere like
I'll
this.
like, look, do you want some stimulants?
What kind?
Hulk out.
Take... No, he'll take it.
Okay.
He puts his arm out.
I'll just like.
Once he puts one of his many claws out that he hasn't.
I'll stick the band on him, press the button.
As you put that on, he basically just takes it and jabs it into the soft part around his shoulder and his neck.
Is that what
He's
he's
like,
doing?
I'm covered in
Right.
fucking shit, and what the hell's this shit gonna do?
Okay.
And like just slams it into his chest, and you just hear, and you see him like flex every muscle in his body, and he just almost instantly looks like he's bulking out his like own exoskeleton.
those, like,
He's flexing
exoskeleton.
everything, and you just like, and it's a very kind of like deep clicky sound, which I can't replicate because I'm not an Irilisk. Like, I can't do it because I'm not an Irilisk. And he basically grabs the suit from you guys and huffs himself into it, and he attaches
like a split in the shoulder.
Alright, so before he puts his hat on, he basically reaches his hat back and like, and the biggest part of resin just appears in his hand, and he slams it over the edge. It's like, torch.
I'll light it up and pass it to. Well, I guess it's attached to my hand, so I'll just like.
Yeah, he moves his hand. He moves his hand between you and Cecilia. So it basically a very small amount of heat, and it just exothermically just goes, and it seals over.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey.
Where are we going? And he clenches like both of his like pairs of arms, like that, but in front of
Do
him.
you feel better?
I feel great.
Outside, the ship's coming, and can using one of our tethers. Can we hook him up? Has he got anyone in his suit that we can hook the tether to?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do that,
for sure.
So he doesn't get lost.
Did we remember to untemper each other? I'm assuming we did.
I'm gonna assume you did. That'd be fucking
Once this whole
stupid,
thing would
man.
have happened.
Alright, so where are you guys going? Are you going back to the airlock where you came from?
Yeah, we might as well.
Are you going outside? Alright, okay, so you step into the airlock and you wham the kind of the settings close, and you hear, and then you hear nothing, and you see these like Nitu, and you see a couple of humans, and you see like this one Gendard like float towards you, and they all have guns and they're aiming them at the airlock, and this one person puts his arm out in front of them as they try to shoot at the freaking thing. You hear ting ting on the other side, and they realise like shooting an airlock door would be fucking stupid because you're all going to get blown out into space. But you know, one of them has the good sense to stop you, and is like raising his arm, and you see them all rushing off the other direction, sort of around and towards where their own ships are. Okay, let's see. Can someone roll for Keith, please? And someone roll for James. James is doing navigations, and Keith is piloting.
10 for the pilot.
Yep.
And 9 for the.
Well,
that's without
plus-
mods.
Okay.
So it's plus 3, so 13 for the pilot check, and plus 3 for his one as well, which is like 12.
Okay, you basically hear Keith's voice very calmly and matter of factly like, "We're coming in hot, please stand by." And you basically, as you jump through this, like Keith almost like parallel parks, like slides, like power slides into like this thing, and you can see the airlock, like your side is already open. It's ready for you just to dive in there.
Can we please just be like, as he like goes up, we just jump a little bit and he just catches us.
I want everyone to make dexterity checks if you want it to be that cool. Everyone needs to be at 10, else you can't do it.
No.
No.
8.
11.
Legendary.
I'm used to my
Legendary.
Don't you have your father thing? If he's
Can I just?
if you all want to be cool.
Can I burn 2 legendary points? Then we'll do it.
It's with you.
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
Alright, save your legendary
Save
points. No,
that.
save it, Tepid. You don't need to burn it. Don't burn
What's
it.
he done?
I've just burnt 2 legendary points just to say, yeah, we've done it. I still have
Okay.
a spare one after that. So.
Alright, so literally, it's like Keith is like, "We're coming in hot." You're like, "Roger," and you basically you kind of like grapple the rest of them, like just push them off, use momentum. So as he's swinging by the doors, you push perfectly and go into there, and he just flies off. He can see you from whatever fucking Keith's innate ability to keep an eye on what the fuck is going on.
Cool.
Just like flies off and jetsons it, and the door's shut behind you. You feel recompression, and the interior door opens. And you can hear James and Keith at the cockpit, and they having a very intense discussion. Well, James is getting very flustered and very intense, like shouting out all these directions, like coming in left, coming in starboard, coming in like from above us, coming at 360 something. And Keith is like, yes, of course, yes, I dodged that one. Tell me something new. Carry on. Yes, well, that was a bit hairy, wasn't it? Very calm and coolly, just like flying his way through all this shit. What do you guys want to do now? As you walk towards like the cockpit area, I assume, you can see all these other ships flying around, and you can see the three as you fly over them. People are basically running into them, and the engines are basically powering up to follow you out. What do you guys want to do now?
I'm going to run to the gunner's ballista.
Okay.
I've got the best shooting skill.
Okay.
Probably. If it's a ship
operation.
It'd be a ship operations, yeah.
So yeah, I'm also going to detach myself first, obviously, rather than
I'm going to say for the sake of brevity, you guys could basically take off your helmets, but you still, unless you want to like get out of this shit, it's going to take a long time. Alright, so you're up at gunner. I assume you're wanting to shoot. You need someone on either navigations or communications.
I do comms.
Alright, you're on comms.
Than anyone doing that, so.
Alright. So we got one of comms. Are you going to navs?
Yeah.
Alright, James is basically going to fuck off out of the way because he doesn't really want to be doing this, and he'll go, I don't know, sit in the corner or something. He's going to go play with himself. Don't you fucking do that, man. Don't you fucking do that. So yeah, he goes off and like sits in the cargo bay, and he like obviously like straps himself in because he knows this is going to be a rough ride. And Keith is still piloting unless anyone wants to release him.
He's probably the best pilot after me.
Given what he's actually just done,
it's fine.
He's a fucking
also,
badass.
Someone wants to secure the Irilisk as well.
Someone secure that shit out.
Secure that Irilisk.
Alright.
He's still hulked out. He's just holding on to something.
He's just like
I'm gonna do that. So he's got like his arm like clamped around one of like the pipes in the ceiling, and he's just holding on to the back of Lola's shoulder and like, I've got you there. I've got you.
Cheers.
It's going to be okay.
He's an earless warrior. He can do this.
You don't ever. You
can really hold on to the outside of the ship.
It's fucking like riding it, like fucking bitches. But yeah, he's holding onto the back of you, and he's very very sturdy on his feet. He clearly knows what the fuck he's doing. He's comfortable in this position. All right then. So basically, you're flying through this thing. All these ships are following you. Someone roll communications. Someone roll navigations. Tell me what you're rolling and who you are.
Navigations.
All right, navigations. Go for it.
7.
You feed information to Keith about the things to avoid, the obvious things, the big pieces of debris coming at you, a couple of ships that are coming at you, but you give him enough. Lola, can you roll Keith's piloting check on me?
It's not a botch.
Not a botch. But
I caught it, it's fine.
That doesn't make it a crit.
That is a botch.
Legendary.
Use one of Keith's legendaries, that's fine.
Yeah. 10.
Better.
Much better.
Plus,
right,
whatever.
Keith fucking nails this shit, man. Like, you give him the barest information, like bearing 24, and he's like, yep, of course, yes, tell me for something, tell me about north, yes, tell me about hun. And he's like, he prompts you to look where he expects things to be, and you're like, how the fuck do you know they're there? So your job becomes infinitely easier because Keith is apparently on top of this shit.
Of course.
Alright, comms.
10.
You got a 10. You are aware that at the moment, all these other, you've managed to basically go, yeah, I've got this shit. And you are aware that there are about 4 ships in pursuit. One of them is breaking away to go back to the rest of Imperial, thinking, well, fuck this shit, I don't really need to be here. They didn't do anything to me, it wasn't my group, I don't give a fuck. One of them comes from the bands that you basically destroyed, you dicks. The surviving crew, and they're really gunning for it, and they're calling on their allies to help them out. So these 3 things are gunning at you. You are aware that one of them has guided missiles. I'm just double checking that's actually what I have. Yeah, you're aware that you're aware that 2 of them have guided missiles. The other one is basically just a shunting weapon. This is what you can pick up for their communications. Alright. What do you guys want to do? Keith is piloting his way like a badass out of this on his riding 10 legendary.
Are any of those ships still docked on the station?
No, they're all following you now.
They've all left now.
Yeah, they've basically, as you've flown past them, they've caught up behind you. They're going behind you. They're not as fast as your ship. You can outpace them, but they are probably going to be firing at you soon.
Okay. So of the ones there, one of them has a guided missile.
2 of them have guided. Sorry.
Okay.
And one of them's a shunting
are they all directly behind us?
Yeah, kind of spread out, but not like directly. We're in a perfect line behind you.
Yeah,
they are kind of spread out, and they are kind of behind you.
Do we know which one is the one that's part of the crew?
Do you recognise the ones?
Would that be the one to take out?
I'll tell you what. You take another communications for me. You're the only one that would possibly know.
8.
No, you can't tell definitely which one it is.
Can I see
Unfortunately,
them from my
no,
head?
not really. Your guided missiles, you put in information, and you can
Okay.
see roughly where some dots
Right,
are.
I'm going to shoot at the closest one that has guided missiles.
You can't tell which ones have guided missiles from where
Okay.
you are. Nor can.
He-
No, that's what I've gone to check for. Who it was and which
Okay.
ones had guided missiles.
So, which is the closest one?
The closest one.
The ship that is closest
I'm
to
going to
us.
shoot the closest one then, I guess.
Yeah, the closest one.
Okay.
Let's say we'll call it A, and the other
A.
ship will be called B, and the last ship will be called 3.
13.
13. All right. You path it. Give me some damage.
What's the damage, please?
11.
11. I need a pencil. Oh my god. Please don't drop me a pencil. Thank you very much. Sorry, I need to write down
That was
actually.
good. That was second highest away. That was
We say it was 11.
2 away from the highest damage. 2. Yeah.
Alright, so you take this one like square in the face and you see it like shear up a little bit and you manage to scrape down the underside and it basically blows out a portion of the bottom part of the hull. It's not flying well and you've definitely done some frigging damage. It's going to have to return pretty fucking soon, but this thing is gunning for you. You've killed most of its mates. It's like, well, fuck you, asshole! We're coming for you! And it kind of is, it's fallen behind the others.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna let
you have another shot before we get the other ones.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you have another shot. It's fine.
Yeah, fire the next one. Oh, nice. That's an even higher hit.
Yes.
And 1 more damage.
Wow.
So that's 12 damage. That was 1 away for its highest damage you could deal.
12.
Yeah.
Oops. Then I fucked up the other number. Oh no, I didn't. I did it the other way around. I did it the other way around. I wrote down how much health they had left, not how much it had been taken. Alright, so yeah, you path this thing and you basically blow out an engine.
Nice.
Alright, so the one with the guided missile left, the one that's like been undamaged is careening towards you. And you on navigation, you on navigation, you'd probably know. You're well aware that this thing has a lock on you and it's just fired at you. Oh my god, that's fucking ridiculous. Alright, so you basically think, oh no, it's got a lock, and you kind of look at the back and you see this thing like fire, like whoosh, and it flies forward and then veers back and flies around and hits the one that you blew the engine out from, and it takes you out the window and it just explodes in like a massive fireball, which basically almost instantly goes out, and like you see like these yeah, it did. You see like one of the, like you see like a creature just like flying up into the background. Oh my god, I can't believe fucking botched, man. It's the only one that had any weapons left.
I almost wish we could send it a message like, nice shot.
We can.
You can?
Yeah.
No,
Actually, no, it's dead.
Also, we shouldn't leave any traces.
No, that's true.
There's actually one left. Can I try and take that one out?
There
as
are
well?
2 left. One of them is limping, but it's coming towards you, and the other one is untouched, one that just fired and missed.
I'm going to attempt to fire. Can I fire both shots at the one that just shot at us?
Yeah, of course you can.
Let's see, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to hit.
Nav, roll me something. You're well aware that these things are coming and they've moved.
What am I rolling you, sorry?
Text.
Be systems, you have.
Okay.
No.
8.
Yeah, he gives you enough information, just like as you were like, oh, I better check on it, and actually, he gives you enough information to just about path it.
Nice. So that's an 11 damage.
Okay.
The first shot.
Alright, the thing. You haven't shot this one before. Alright, yeah. So, you hit it, and like, one of its like kind of like wings just like. And flies off, and you see it like begin to spin, like that kind of death spin that you would get if you never get stopped, and it's basically spinning at you, and it's like, what are you doing? You can take another shot? Alright, go for it.
Oh, that was a botch. I have no more left doing that.
I will.
Oh,
Pray.
Yes. Train for me. Yes.
Can't pray about
Where did you put the firing ballista? It's under the ship and on top of the ship, isn't it?
It's just above the. So when you've got the main cabin,
Yeah.
you've got like ladders at the back. So
Yeah.
literally from where the pilot is,
Yeah.
behind him is a ladder above his head.
Yep.
So if everyone's in navigations, I'm within talking range of him.
Yeah, but he can't see you.
Technically, he's like just below me.
Yeah, but if he's just below you, you're sitting in a chair on top of a plate.
Very.
You can't see you. He can hear
Yeah,
you, but
okay,
he
yeah.
can't see you. I
Maybe
think we
he
put he
gets,
has
like-
to see you.
Can he not get like a? There's a sense that he needs to have him.
Well, he could do, but he still can't see him. The restriction we have is that he needs to be seen. He needs to see these things.
Them the
fail.
rules.
Them's the rules. I'm sorry, I kind of have to.
That's fine.
I can't allow you
yeah,
to
botch.
really roll that kind of bullshit. Alright, you botch, you fire, and you hear boof, uh-oh. And then you hear a rumbling from the bottom of your own ship, and you think, oh, fuck me. And then you just hear bam, and your ship shakes violently, like up and down and side to side. You feel like peas inside a rattle. Anyone not secured down is basically bouncing around everywhere, which is actually no one, because I think you're all struck down, aren't you? You're all in seats and
she's
stuff, and
being
you're being
pinned
held by
by
an
an
Irilisk. So the
Yeah.
Irilisk is like, I've got this shit. He's so high right now. He's so high. Yeah, the bottom of your ship explodes out. Can you give me your ship sheet? Because I don't have one in front of me, I can't tell you what damage or where you're taking it. Thank you very much. Shrine. Oh no, don't blow the shrine hem, that would be awful. Check your
So don't forget the cargo hold is beneath us.
Yeah.
So it's the bottom of the ship that would be more likely for the cargo hold.
You don't really have a cargo hold.
It's underneath.
We didn't draw one on.
We've drawn it there, but it's underneath the ship.
You don't have a cargo hold.
Yeah, we do. It's underneath.
It's not included in your numbers.
Oh, is it?
No,
I
you
was
never had
assuming
a
the
cargo
cargo-
hold because you don't carry cargo. You basically
that
use
was
that kind of
what we
big like cludging area and armor crux and all this kind of like empty space between the things is where you store most of your
Because I was
shit.
assuming we had a small cargo hold underneath the ship because that's where
No,
we
you
strung the
don't.
hammock and everything.
No. Basically, it's strung everywhere inside this like one particular area. You have an area on top, which is where your ballista is, which should be noted down on the sheets.
Okay.
No, you don't. You don't too.
But it's difficult to draw a three-dimensional thing on it.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's why you draw them in letters. Fool. Beanbag. Okay. And you've been writing down how many ammo you've been using. Yes.
Well, this is the first time I've fired it, so I haven't had
It's
one
4
yet.
so far.
Good. You've used 4. Make sure you keep a note of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. So you hear an explosion from the back, and you feel like the world rocking around you. And meta-wise, your shrine has just been blown out. It's directly behind the power core, which is now open. Well, not open, but it's now the next thing in firing range.
Can I fire again?
No, that was shot number 1.
No, there's
No,
the box
it was because the
number
first
two.
piece started spinning.
Oh no!
Sorry, second
Yeah. You've had your second shot in that case. In that case, this thing is still spinning out of control and basically can't do anything. And your ship has taken a bit of impact. And you hear Keith like, "Oh bugger." He's not too impressed, right? Oh no, this won't do at all. But he's doing his damnedest to keep this ship. To keep this ship in line. And you on navigations can see that the ship, which had like one of its sides blown out, is basically gaining on you because you've taken that hit, because you've slowed down enough, and it's going to fire its guided missile at you.
Isn't it spinning at the moment?
No,
That's the
this
other
is the one at the back.
The other one back kind of ran, didn't it?
We don't know.
No, because you said we
No, I
killed the one
did.
with guided
Yeah,
missile.
I did. Yeah. All right. In that case, this motherfucker's going to ram you. This
Really
is not
going
going to end well, like at all.
We're all dead.
We're all going to
It's gonna hit
die.
the reactor.
If it hits the power core and blows it out, it is toasted, I'm afraid.
That'd be the end of the thing.
Mac really will
unless
be
it,
doing.
unless it botches.
It did.
I need to prove
Hit
that
the other one.
so
Hit
much.
the other ship.
No, fuck it, yeah, because it's
Oh my
just
God.
too
They
funny.
take themselves out.
Alright, so as it comes like careening towards you, you think, oh no, and then you're like,
Spin.
oh yes, because you like, your brain does trigonometry like instantly, like this is going to collide, you're like, ah, and you just see them hit, and you just see, boom, and you see them both blink blink out of your screen.
Nice.
What the
Well,
fuck?
Yeah, no evidence left behind. We're all good.
Oh man. You someone roll a piloting check for Keith for me.
Oh, good. Oh, well, I did just roll a crit.
We'll take it.
Keith manages to perfectly deal with the fact that a bit of the ship is no longer there. And he scoots you out and he gets you hidden behind an asteroid, behind a meteor, and he basically attaches himself onto the side of it, and then you follow its orbit out for a bit. And you're aware that everything has basically stopped looking for you. Things are sending out communications and pings and stuff, but nothing's really coming back. You know, they're like, well, fuck this shit, they're clearly out of range. And you know, and because of like his intense piloting skill, you probably pass within like a hand's breadth of like one of the security patrols, and he's just like, And you basically just scoots his way through, and you guys make your way out of Imperia.
While we're attached to this asteroid there, can I go outside and see if I can do any repairs to the ship?
Outside?
Yeah, of course you can. You absolutely can if you want, yeah.
I've got the EVA suit on.
Yeah, you have EVA suits.
I could
Yeah.
strap myself to the outside of the ship.
You probably, let's say you've got about like 2 hours there.
Okay.
Fuck
I'm
it.
just going to try and like seal off any bits that may possibly be causing like problems to the engine.
So that's fine. You can be under roll. So we'll deal with you first. So yeah, you go
I'm
out.
holding the ship, I'm keeping mine on.
Yeah, you go out. All the bulkheads will have shut down, so
Yeah.
you're fine. You go up there, and yes, what you feared is correct. The missile has basically backfired at the end of the tube, and it's it's more opened out than it was before. So getting it out should be really easy in future. Weapons should not happen like this again. Shouldn't. I will give you that caveat. Shouldn't. Helena is going to be pissed because there is a big fucking hole in the back of her ship.
She installed this tube.
There is a big. You installed this. Let's say Corona. Let's say that Tepid installed this, alright? Because that's even funnier. So right directly underneath your own shrine, your dodgy handmanship has gone boom. Yeah, you can basically see where the 4 bulkheads have slammed down across top up above. And yeah, basically the shrine has been blown out completely. I mean, you can see where the metal work is beginning to bow a little bit, and you can probably spend some time fixing that back up, but you are never getting that shrine back without being put into dock.
Yeah, I'm more thinking like anything that might be interfering with the steering of the ship.
No, there's nothing there. It seems to be like a clean blowout,
Okay.
give or take. I mean, the edges of the metal where, you know, it kind of decompressed, whatever, it's quite sharp and quite jagged, but, you know, if you bend a bit here and you weld a bit here, you know, you can get it to be streamlined again.
I'll just try and
But
clean
nothing's
that
actually
out,
affecting you,
I'll
yeah.
just try and clean up a little bit.
Okay,
Let's see
in
my
that
massive
case,
space.
take a repair check.
Yeah, that's good. So that's a 15.
Yeah, it takes you time, but yes, I'm going to say it's going to take you about an hour and a half.
Okay.
You're out of commission for 90 minutes fixing the back of the ship.
That's cool.
Okay, what are the rest of you 3 doing?
Is Tepid aware of what's happening with the shrine?
It's blatantly obvious. You walk to the power core and the very, very cold grey bulkhead is shut down. You can't get in there. You're very aware that this is what's missing. Ennis probably would have shouted back across comms that this is what has happened.
Yeah, I'll give you guys reports.
I'm a bit annoyed.
I'm sorry, it was that or the engines, and I didn't want to cripple you too hard right now. It was the thing at the back of the ship. I'm sorry.
Someone owes me a shrine.
There's these strange initials on this launch pad here, the one that went wrong. It says T something, but I can't quite make the rest of it out.
I'm gonna have a big talk with myself when we get back.
I'm having no more of my shenanigans.
I'm having no more of these shenanigans. Alright. You've taken your suit off, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone else has taken their suits off, apart from Ennis.
No, I'm outside. I need some air!
That's why I added the caveat, apart from Ennis. You tool. Alright.
I'm down to 8 whole count now.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! So what do the rest of you guys do? I'm going to say that probably after about half an hour, Krita is coming off of his meds. He's obviously doing a lot better. He's managed to begin to regenerate himself, and he's feeling obviously a lot calmer. He's taken his suit off. He's obviously suffered a lot of damage, but he's repairing. So, yeah. What do you guys want to do? Oh, James is currently rocking backwards and forwards a little bit. This is a little bit above his pay grade.
I forgot as well, I've got cool guys don't look at explosions. So all these explosions I haven't seen would have been even more.
The only one you set off was the botch.
No, there was also
Do you really want to remind me of that?
No, there was the one back in when they opened
Oh yeah.
we closed the door.
Oh no! Yeah, the 3 of you here with that. Do you really want me to account for that? Because that will blow you away.
I'm just saying for next time.
Yeah, remind me of this next time. If you don't have it, I won't be. I won't remember to have it. But yeah, there were 3 of you in that incident. None of you of which were looking at explosions. That would have blown the Imperial apart.
Just
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to
Chris, I'll take it off of battle music. I don't think we're in battle right now. We're kind of chilled. Chill out, Max and Uncle. What do we reckon? Heavy emotional or light cheerful, boys?
Light cheerful, we've just won our first space battle.
You did. I'm very proud of you.
At the minor cost of a shrine.
Minor cross of a shrine. It was that or the engines, and I actually didn't want to gimp your engines.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't bring
We can
myself
get you a
to do
new
it.
shrine, it's fine. It'll be shinier.
You might want to mark off the shrine on your sheet and wipe off all the ammo that you used to. Because I'm not going to allow you to have 16
Yeah,
ammo.
I did. I've got down. It does 12.
Oh, so you're talking to Krita.
That's pretty. So, Greta, you have a job for us.
He nods.
And some information for that job.
Yes. We will need to go to Tech.
Okay. Whereabouts on Tech? It's a planet?
Correct. Tech. I know that we have to land on the southern hemisphere, on
Very
the
large hemisphere.
largest landmass. Should be obvious. I have arranged for a guide to take us to where the ruins are to destroy them. We need the remains of Kuzite power core you brought with, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. We need the remains there, and this should do the job. You have explosives, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Great.
Excellent. I actually have it written down here, the warrior.
Am I still out repairing the ship?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go tell this to the pilot. Tell him where we need to go.
Keith nods. And he's like, well, soon the boy's back on. Well, I guess we'll be heading off.
I suppose you feel like sharing what the Raven has to say.
James, no.
Okay, then we're completely
You can tell
oblivious.
James to go fuck himself and get out. You will move for the sake of plot and personal character development.
Yeah, James, go and
What?
stand in the temple for a while.
Go and pray the shrine. Here, take a crowbar. You'll need to get in.
Or can you just go somewhere else for a bit?
You know I'm your handler, right? I can take any information you have.
Not this
It will be
information.
potentially useful to you.
Not this information, no.
Okay? And he meanders off. He goes to the cockpit and hangs out with Keith, and they seem to be having a bit of a chat, bit of an hour. Seem to be getting on okay.
Father and...
I'm going to say for the sake of brevity, Ennis is back. So
Yeah,
this conversation.
okay.
And
Hi,
he takes
Ennis.
off and heads towards Tech.
Okay. Yeah, guys, whilst you guys were going off doing your cool explosion shit, the Raven came and talked to me again.
I knew it. I told you he was following us. You said I was paranoid. But I was right. Can I take a permanent +10 to my paranoia score?
You take a level exposure if you want.
But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, he came and had a chat with me again.
What did he say?
He was questioning about like Gertie and
Right.
Fitzroy's. Basically, he was trying to decide whether to take the contract with the Fitzroys or not.
Okay.
I think I've managed to persuade him to not.
Well, that is a bonus.
Yeah.
Did he say anything else?
He did. He said when we're using like tech things, to not leave like any trace of ourselves behind, which we haven't been
Right.
really. I
Yeah.
thought.
Using Texans.
Like hacking and stuff.
I know what you said, and that's entirely not what you meant. But that's what she's taken from it.
That's fine. That's what she's taken from him.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
When we're using tech things, not to leave a trace of ourselves behind, and also
Okay.
not to leave a trace of the fact that Mac's not with us.
Okay. So he's
Basically, he's been
gone
able
from
to
trying to kill us to trying to help us.
possibly. Basically, he
Not a bad
says.
thing.
Basically, he said that he can see that Mac's not with us.
I don't think he needs to trick us.
You might be on the ship. We should search.
May well be.
I don't think he's on the ship.
Well, he knew Mac wasn't here.
Just because he knows Mac's not here
Might
doesn't
have
mean
other ways.
he might have other ways.
He could be invisible. He could be in the room right
I'm
now.
going to go heavy emotional.
It
Like
could
Jim
be
was too way too forward.
communications.
You could sniff for anything that smells like a raven.
Take a perception check for me.
I was about to say, take a perception check myself.
If he's sniffing, I'm
Okay.
perception checking the sniff first. Because it's funnier.
4.
Alright. You can smell. You can smell your own failure.
Your own failure.
It's a bitter
It smells a lot like bitter. It smells a lot like the loss of a shrine because your own ineptness. It smells disappointing. It doesn't smell anger. It smells disappointed.
Can I take a perception check and see if there's anything out of place on the ship? That would
Sure.
be.
There's probably quite a lot.
Well,
They did this
I can tell you what should be on the ship but isn't.
The history of missing shrine.
Basically, can I have a look and see if I can see any like tech devices or anything? That
You want to
might
go
be-
for a thorough search?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be probably maybe a different skill.
Investigate.
I would have thought
There is no
tech or
investigation.
something.
I will argue that if you're looking for tech stuff, I would say yes, you can use your tech.
Yay! So good. That's good because that's one of my highest things.
I knew.
It is your place.
It's my highest thing.
Nice.
13.
You don't find anything else of the ordinary.
Okay. There's nothing out of the ordinary on the ship, so.
Can I attempt to use my knowledge to see if anything else non-tech is out of place?
Sure.
Why?
Because I'm quite paranoid.
No.
Oh, these dice!
What did you get?
2.
In total?
So who rolled the 2?
So 7.
7 in
How
total.
long have we got?
So far as I know, the only thing missing from the ship is the shrine, and the only thing you have on your ship which you don't want is James.
Okay.
What else do you guys want to do?
Well, anyway, so I might go and have a chat with Cyrillus
Okay.
because he needs us to blow something up.
Yeah, we've already discussed that with him.
You would have had that information relayed to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, yeah, we need this Kuzite core. Can we blow the Kuzite core up as part of the explosion? Does it need to be?
I assumed that would be the case, yes.
So we could put this thing in a crate, pack it with explosives, and drop it on the site.
I don't know the exact location of the ruins. We need a guide.
Very well.
The guide will only walk us there. We have to pretend to be pilgrim.
How big is this site?
I am unsure, but Kuzite power core, pretty big. Large explosion from this, I am pretty sure.
Okay.
This is our explosive.
I had considered the power core, yes. It was suggested that a core, this particular, would do the job, regardless of the size of the ruin.
Cucumber, would I know how to make these things overload without doing anything weird to it?
Strap a bomb to
You
it,
mean
probably good.
you want to know if you can make it overload without making dodgy things happen to it?
No, I mean, can I like make it overload without putting my own explosives on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I wouldn't, because I was planning on packing explosives around the destination and
You
blow the core up, but-
I'll put it like this. You know the situations which you don't want your own power core to be
Yeah.
under. Putting another power core under those situations you don't want your own power core under would probably make it explode, which is why you don't want them to be on your power core.
Okay. Cool. So I could probably
You could trigger one.
rig that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So is there a place we could load it on the ship where we could easily like jettison it like a bomb?
Probably the airlock. Sort of. Probably not easily, no. I mean, in theory, you could do it in orbit. No, not sorry. You could do it within the atmosphere, and then you could just push it out the airlock.
That's what I meant. So if we had Keith fly us over, we could shove it and
Yeah.
push it out the airlock.
You could do. As I said, he doesn't know where it is, and he
No, I
needs
know
a
we
guide.
don't know now, but we could go find out where it is, come back, and then do it.
Okay, yeah, that's possible. Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Probably easier than us trying to lug a Kuzite power core across the desert or wherever this place is.
Yep.
Because that wouldn't be
it's
too
definitely
suspicious. We are the pilgrims. We bring this sacred power core.
We bring power to the master.
Don't worry about the strange glow and hum. It always does this.
Well, it's in a crate.
It's still a big fucking huge crate. It takes like half your cargo.
It is the
for your
weirdest
bag.
thing to bring on the pilgrimage.
It's like
No,
a
it's
Trojan
definitely
horse.
doable. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. So we'll just go in. So first of all, we
not
probably
really,
need to equip ourselves like in a pilgrimy way.
Also, you get there.
It's not really
Yeah, well,
leaving
he's
no
doing
trace though, like, you know, fuck off size ship, just like hovering over, dropping something out and flying off.
Yeah, but
People notice that.
everyone who'll notice has just had a Kuzak power core overloading. So they're probably like, what did you see? My ass. It was like blowing through my skull because they dropped the bomb on us. Unless they've got like orbital stations watching or anything like that, but it's a ruin, so...
I would like everyone to take a knowledge check, please. For necessity, Lola's is going to be difficult. Yours too is also equally going to be difficult.
Oh. Yeah.
Mine couldn't get more difficult.
You got a 1. You got a bunch.
I got a
12.
I'm going to use my last legendary point because we're so close to the end. And that was pointless, that's one less than I had.
Wow.
Can I keep my
9, 11 and...
Oh, 12.
Unless you can
9,
pray
12
for me,
and...
Eight.
Yeah, you can keep your original if it's higher.
Oh,
I could pray for you. Yes. Go on then.
For the love of God, what do I need to know?
Yes, brother. Knowledge, yeah? So that's
Yeah.
a 14.
A 14. With a 14, you're well aware that, because you've been here for a really frigging long time, and you've heard Helena talk about it, you've probably spoken to Cara about it, yeah, no, you would pick up this information. Tech is the Nitu's new homeworld. They moved here from their original planet, which got too fucking hot, and they came here. Is that right, or is it the other way around? Nope, they came from here. This was their original planet.
Okay.
I've got to try and keep all the shit in my head, it's very difficult. I've got like 5,000 fucking planets, I mean, come on. So yes, this was a planet. There is, it's very, very hot, very, very unpleasant. You're also aware that there are indeed defences around this planet. You are also aware from listening to DJ Moon's broadcast over the last couple of weeks that the Nitu security has responded to the attack, where they had their own like racial crime happen against them on a Rutai planet. They've stepped up their security, so getting onto Tech will be probably pretty difficult, and there will be ships flying around to defend. There will be people to log in with and chat, etc., etc. You are expecting security to be much, much higher. You what, sorry?
We weren't going to say
What
anything.
What?
she just got on what she got wrong.
What have I got wrong? And I just heard you say tech, and I'm like,
It's a planet.
Oh,
not
it's a planet! So would you like to refresh everyone's memories?
It looks like you've just worked something out.
No, pretty sure he said that we needed to, you know, watch ourselves while on tech, not while
Yes.
doing tech things.
well, the Raven said to watch ourselves whilst on the planet tech.
Oh. I mean, the other
Okay.
piece of advice is valid.
Yeah. And not to leave any trace of us behind whilst we're on tech, and not to let on that we are MacLeods on tech.
Okay. Sounds fun.
That makes more
Nailed it.
sense.
Nailed it. I wasn't going to correct you. It
At
wasn't
the
my
time, I
place.
didn't know anything about the place tech at the time.
That's fine. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Tech with a K, by the way.
Okay.
Tech with a K. Alright, so yeah, you now know that basically getting on here is going to be difficult. They are going to have a lot of defence. It's not going to be easy. They're watching the skies. Watching the skies, watch this space. They're
Well,
basically doing that.
I assume we can stop somewhere far enough away that they can't see us or protect us.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll chat to the Eurydice this way and go, right, okay, landing on this planet is going to be a real ball ache. Is there any way we can kind of like, you know, do this? Can your guide just tell us where it is rather than have to walk us there?
No.
Where is the guide to the other planet?
The guide will be at, and he gives Keith a set of arbitrary numbers from which to land on.
Where's that? Ask Keith.
In a completely arbitrary place. You're going to land in the same place. It's a place near the ruins, but not.
Right,
It's
okay.
near the equator.
And there's still
Let's not be
these,
nearer the south
these
pole.
orbital defences. Are they covering the entire planet? Is there certain times when they would be not covering that area?
The Eurydice looks at you. He's like, "This is your job." Yes.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll ask. the
I
same
hire
thing.
you to do this job to take me there
Yeah.
to plant explosives. You leave.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to plant explosives, but I want to know where to plant them first. Okay. So who's on navigation? Because you're on.
What do you mean?
Okay, you're on navigation. So go for it. Can you see if there's a blind spot in the defences and we can sneak through?
Crit!
You spend about for necessity's sake, this kind of has to be close as gonna. You need to spend about 18 hours watching their comings and goings, watching their patrols. You basically go into full tactical mode while everyone else like lounges around, has a beer or eats some like fucking whatever remains of like Mac's vegan snack food, which he's forgot to take with him. Fuck that guy. You basically like, hey, there's some free food. I'm gonna fucking eat it. So while these guys like bustle around and do their things, you spend a good portion of time, about 18 hours roughly, working out their patrols, they're going here and here, and you see this rotate at least twice. And you're like, aha. And then you basically go like the whole murder war thing and start working out where things are and on data pad.
There's a
and
really complicated like diagram that only I could ever actually read. But
exactly,
it
yeah.
makes complete sense to me, and if anyone goes, I don't understand, you go,
it's fucking obvious.
So simple.
Yeah, and you detect what you think is going to be a potential window to get in and get down. Not only get past their orbital defences, but also get past, because of your crit, you also manage to detect well, not like you fucking have this shit, to be honest. You also detect some of the movement underneath, and roughly in the position where the information that Krita has given Keith about where to land, nearish the south-ish, it's-ish in that general area. You can work out what the patrol routes are above and around that for the ships actually in the atmosphere, and you think you have about a 5-minute window, and it's coming up in the next hour and a half. It will take you a grand total of 15 minutes to get from having broken through their orbitals to get down to the landing position. So you need to start off like a bit of a running start to get into the hole, follow that round, wait there for a bit, drop down, and then go into the ground. So you've plotted out this position perfectly.
Excellent.
Once we've landed, would we be detectable by ships going ahead?
You would be like visually. I mean, you probably run without your black box on because you know you're a Black Ops unit.
Yeah.
Why would you have it on all the time? You only want it on when you're trying to be legitimate. If you would be, you'd be susceptible to the basic. I've opened my eyes. I have a goddamn window test. Other than that, probably not.
Okay. So, what kind of terrain is it? Like desert?
You know, rolling your 14. Then I'm pretty sure it's hot desert land. I'm just going to double check.
It's moved off because it's too hot.
Yeah, Tech is suffering a climate change so extreme it's only centuries from becoming uninhabitable. It's mostly a large desert. Its equator Tech is so hot the sand is burning, is beginning to turn into glowing glass beads. There are small lakes dotted around with limited vegetation here, there, and everywhere. Around these lakes and a few riverways, there are a few small settlements that have stubbornly remained. At the poles, there are a few remaining rainforests that cling to life, competing for space and resources, along with the last of the Nitu city on here. But Nitu city is north, not south pole. And the south pole, well, you don't know anything about actually, but
that's fine. Okay, so do we have anything in the clutching bay, any kind of like cover that we could like drape over the ship to like make it a bit hard to see from any ships rolling above?
A sand coloured sheet.
Well, yeah, anything kind of like dark, like brown colour. So while you're doing your murder,
couldn't
I've
cover
got, like,
the
12 hours.
entire. You can spend 12 hours crafting something.
Well, he's doing his murder
Yeah, that's
thing.
fine. You want to spend 12 hours crafting something? Yeah, for sure. You know this, so you can think, oh, okay, I can dig out like these paint stuff. I've got a couple of like cloths that I could dye and turn different colours. You can construct enough stuff. It won't be pretty, but as a basic flyover, you basically camouflage it.
Okay.
Anything more than a casual glance, they're going to see it for what it is.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely, you can. I'm
Okay.
going to say you can just
So that's
do
what
that.
I'm doing while he's doing his murder
Because
thing.
no, actually, fuck it. Let me roll for it.
Okay.
Roll craft. Screw you. Roll nice dice at me, nerd.
You're not having a good day.
6 dice, they hit me. But I did get a 13.
You're 13.
So
Yeah, it's
12.
good. It's good enough. It's good enough. It's going to be a stretch. You can just about do it.
Okay, cool.
Alright, what are you two doing? Fuck it, these two doing. So what are you two doing? You don't have a shrine anymore, sorry.
No, I'm going to try and build a temporary one out of something.
I'm going to build a temporary one.
Yeah, not quite sure what out of.
Where?
Not in the
Where?
clutching bay, I'm working.
The clutching ray is currently being worked upon. The cockpit has been turned into some sort of murder wall extreme.
Yeah, in the armoury.
You're going to be in the armoury? Alright, okay, yeah, you spend some time setting this up, you know, you don't have any of the stuff because I've got blown out, and you make like a little altar and stuff, and you find some cloth that you've nicked from from Ennis and you're like, no, fuck you, this is holy cloth now. You do some sort of prayer over it, and Ennis is like, fuck's sake, that's why you're slightly short. That's what you swear it is. But yeah, you managed to make yourself a small little shrine, temporary shrine in the armor.
I'm gonna like stand behind it and like, just tap on the front and say, "We're here today to remember the old shrine."
Alright, okay, this has got to happen, alright, this has got to happen, alright, so you've got like a temporary shrine and you all hear this call like from Tepe to come gather, and everyone comes gathered, and even Keith like takes his, like, oh, he doesn't have a hat, so like James turns up and they're all like put their hand across their chest, and even the earless is like, what the, like, he respectfully like sits and puts like 4 of his arms across his chest and bows his head to like listen to what's going on. So you guys have gone then sermonized.
Yeah, so we're here to remember the old shrine. It served us well, just sitting there and being a shrine. Hopefully, its successor, Shrine 2,
the revenge of the shrine,
will give us much hope and glory in our future adventures. Here's to old shrine.
I'll like spill a little bit of some drink or something in front of it. It's just like farewell.
Bless you, Father. And Keith walks back to the cockpit.
I'll like pat the father on the shoulder and then go back to actually doing something useful.
Yeah, so I literally just look a little bit confused and walk back to my room.
Alright, Lola, what do you want to do?
I'm just going to be making sure that all my weapons are all sort of like clean and sort of like.
Alright, you basically, while he's building the armour, you think, well, good enough opportunity, and you go through and you basically strip and clean every weapon on the ship. If that's what you want to do for 18 hours, you can.
No, I didn't want to strip and clean every weapon.
My weapons.
My weapons.
Your weapons are clean as fuck, man.
Yeah, I wanted to just make sure all my weapons like were on me and just like everything was like really sharp.
Yeah,
and
you
while sharpening my knife, just keeping my eye on James.
James has gone to the cockpit. He doesn't want to spend any time near you.
Yeah.
And he's standing in the doorway, like looking through, sharpening the knife.
Wherever you are, he is not.
Yeah, basically wherever you want to go, he's not there.
Cucumber, was James in attendance?
Yes, James was in attendance.
Okay.
Yes.
Was he being respectful?
He was very respectful. As soon as you finished, he coughed and he left.
Like weird.
Yes, Father, and basically walked away. Alright, okay, so you guys approach the hole in the network, and that is where we're going to leave this week. If you don't remind me there's a hole in the network, I will not remember. Wow, well that was interesting. Everything happened slightly out of order because I had originally written this 3 times and I wasn't going to write it a 4th again. So yeah, Mac came out a little early, but we'll be interested to find out where that goes. Other than that, I thought that was fun. I enjoyed that. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
You guys did nothing I planned in quite the right order, but that's
it was
okay.
It was a mix between action and like plot.
Yeah.
Rolf made an appearance a couple of times. I'm happy
that
about
was kind of fun. I like that.
Big heffing, like almost instant kill weapon.
Awesome.
It's kind of nice to use it. Ooh,
Yeah. It's this makes me reassess how much hit points people should have. To be fair, they're only mooks. They don't have a lot of hit points anyway, and they need to. They really didn't have a lot of hit
I
points.
kind of like the idea of having people with low health but deal high
Yeah.
damage, because if they shoot us, it's going to do the same kind of
Exactly. I mean, to be fair, I think
thing.
they do
I've
shot
got
the
13
leg.
hit points. If,
Yeah.
if these guys had shot me, they would have taken me out as well.
Yeah, you would have been absolutely toasted. So you would have been screwed. You have the advantage of being PC, so you have -10 as an additional health. They don't.
Well, I like
Unless
having
they're a
things
special
with
PC.
low health, because then you don't get caught in long, bogged down dogfights.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I can't be dealing with that half the time. Yeah, it's
You shoot someone in the face, they die.
yeah, and also to be fair, if you shoot someone in the leg, it hurts like fuck, and you're not getting back up. Yes, it is possible to get up and run, but I think Skageth was saying the other day, getting shot in the leg is like, it fucking hurts. You ain't gonna get up after that.
Well,
You may be able to fire a gun, but getting up, you're fucking.
That's why I
going
said
to
my dude would have probably fallen over, because he did take 4 damage to the leg, even though he mitigated it with armour and endurance. He
Yeah.
still got shot in the leg. like,
Exactly,
right
yeah,
after,
it's
like,
it's
he probably would have
unpleasant.
fallen
It's
over.
very, very unpleasant. Okay, so let's go around and do what everyone else thought, and then I can go pee and relax.
Okay, yep, Corone, aka Joe Shorey. Very much enjoyed this one. Although I did do a fair amount of weird things.
You did a hefty amount of weird things.
And I did a few interesting speeches to
everyone. And Mac,
to
who
everyone.
wasn't here.
Oh, of course you did one to Mac. Yeah.
You did to Mac, he wasn't even here.
And Helena.
And Helena. Well, that's me, so that kind of counts, it's fine.
Yeah, and he's now got a temporary shrine, and he's very pleased that.
I'm slightly worried about my own mentality because this is possibly going to be the third shrine that we're going to blow up. I'm really uncomfortable with this.
We're supposed to relocate it when we eventually repair that hardware.
Yeah.
Or we could use it for actual cargo.
You need a new one.
It's fine, we're all godless.
So where can we find you online?
You can find me at jqs.org.uk, where there's all the stuff about the Betrayed film, and you can also find me at corona_BTP.
Excellent. Moving on.
I am Tech Bubbit. You can find me online on Twitters at tech_BTP and at bloodthirstpuppets.co.uk. And tonight was awesome, nice mix of plot and excitement. And I got to use some of my explosives. I got to fire a ship gun. Yeah, fire some rockets. I kind of also blew a shrine up, but I blame his dodgy installation. So.
I also blame his dodgy installation.
Yeah, overall. Very good fun.
Good. And moving on.
I am Kenneth and I'm playing Lola.
Mike, yes. So intro and outro etiquette. Please look at the camera. If you put your chin slightly forward, you're getting full face light. And then I can take stills that don't make you feel like an asshole.
Sorry. I'm Killer Kitten and I'll play Lola, and I really enjoyed it. Apologies, I was feeling a little bit off for most of the session, but I really enjoyed I enjoyed annoying James. I almost stabbed him at the end.
I can't believe you almost stabbed him, man. I mean, he hasn't done anything to you guys.
That was hilarious.
He's the most innocent person in this entire campaign.
He is not innocent.
Okay, he's not innocent, but he's still a nice guy. Just a womanizer.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that he's with us.
No.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at KillerKitten21.
I had great fun with the Raven with you.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's just, you guys left her. I'm like, yes! I don't have to orchestrate this. You did it on your own. Sure fun. Yes, you left her on your own. Yeah, moving on.
I'm going to have to start leaving you with a dead man's switch on you just in case he does kill you one of these times. So you sort of blow him up as well.
Like wire it into her heartbeat or something.
Yeah, just because you keep.
Yeah, but that's not good because if she actually sees someone she wants and her heart skips, be like, oh shoot, boom!
Like, ooh, he's pretty.
Yeah, exactly. Freaked out by it, starts beeping loud and loud. It's like, Dennis, turn it off.
Anyway,
I'm
like, sorry. Moving on.
I am Dev. You can find me in the Twitterverse at dev_BTP. I thought it was really cool. Got to fly my gun, got to kill some people. Always a good thing. Loved the initial one where we first saw them and just like the two of us just
yeah, that was genius.
Them instantly. They didn't even get to go. Cool.
They went, huh, and then hit the ground. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
Brilliant. They didn't see it coming. It was really fun. Lots of exposition, lots of action, lots of near death.
Yes, there was a lot of near death. It was fun. I enjoyed that so much. I enjoyed getting rid of Mac because it's going to lead to something so fun for me. I'm so desperate to go back to the chum bucket. It's just going to be unreal. I'm so excited for that. That's going to be good fun. And I love playing the Raven as well. I love the Raven. I love him so much. Other than that, you can find me at the bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk website where we've gone through some major updates. Woo! Everything and everyone is now on there. We're now into maintenance mode, just keeping things updated and the such like, so that's pretty good. So you can find us and portions of our system on there, so quiz in. You can find me this week. You can find me on Sunday between 9 and midnight on Encounter Roleplay on the Twitch channel, where we're doing table talk with Xoroxis the Beard, who's a very cool, very fun guy. He's doing another podcast. New episode of Adventurous Anonymous drops Monday, so check that one out. I really love that one. It was really fun. Tuesday you can find me between 9 and midnight on Scagest channel. We'll be doing Lord of the Rings The Council, and that's really good and really fun and really cool. Go check that out. I'm having such fun playing an elf who stutters. It's brilliant. Also next Friday we'll be back here playing this again. But on the 17th of June, there is a free RPG day at the Dice Saloon in Brighton, and I'll be playing 2 games of Spaced and 1 of D&D. So come check that out. It's free. You get a load of cool RPG type things, and I'll be there.
And you get to meet all the puppets.
And you get to
Some
meet
of them.
some of the puppets. You get to
One
meet
or two.
2 of us. You get to meet 2 of us. You get to meet me and Tech. That's all you get to meet. It's cool though. It's gonna be good.
Meet almost half of us.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter at AA_Unola. You can find Jim at SPICED_BTP. You can find Thirsty at Thirsty_BTP. And I think that's probably it for all the Twitter handles. Other than that, I need to thank Kevin MacLeod for all the music, which we did remember to run. Woohoo! In Computech.com, all his music's his. It's rad and really cool. Go check that out. It's also free. It's great. I think there's something else I'm supposed to shout out, but I don't
remind you
remember.
of something, but I'm not
She's
sure.
already said
I've already said
said
it.
that
I am
one, okay.
so
I
good.
was waiting to see if you didn't say it.
Yep. I remember saying it. I
remember
remember
what
it. Other than that, thank you everyone for watching. It's time at the bar, so make sure you drink up and ladies and bitches.
Jason.
Cheers!
We'll see you